So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. Sounds interesting.
Think about it.
And then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute. And is there a way we can do something like that?
Think about it.
By injection inside or almost a cleaning, because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use injection, but it sounds interesting to me.
Think about it.
I think people are going to know. You're going to know. I'm going to know. I think people are going to know just out of common sense. Again, I say maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not a doctor, but I'm like a person that has a good, you know what.
Think about it. Why don't
Think
you?
about it.
You think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Saturday morning live. I am Jonathan Brandmeier. That is in the other room with some hookup problems as always, man. Off the air, before we get on, it's always, you never know who's connected to who. Can you hear me? Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to put my mask back on. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me, Buzz?
Yeah, I can, but I should be wearing my mask, except I don't have it yet.
You ordered that crazy mask and you didn't get it yet?
I didn't get it yet. I mean, I can't go to the grocery store until I get a mask.
I can't go to the grocery store. I can't go to the grocery store until I get a mask. Oh, my God, I'm going to die. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I'll just wait, you know.
I think I'm going to take the mask off. I'm going to pretend I'm broadcasting live from Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, I don't care what you do. Just go on out there. It is Saturday Morning Live, 833-5JB Show. We try to pick those phones up when we can. Remember, we're here. I'm here doing this alone. And then you got Buzz at his home, and you got Jimmy Mack at his house, and he's in there, and he can't hear anything. He just told me so. He's hey, Jimmy Mack, can you hear me speaking to you now?
I can hear you.
But you can't hear me. That's a classic. I see you, but you don't see me. Oh, man, I love that. So it is Saturday Morning Live. I think they started out because, I don't know, we call it the shit jar, whatever it is. But
I'm seeing that phrase in a lot of different places also. Suddenly, it's a very popular phrase.
No, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I do get it because the old lady brought it up on Show 1, Episode 1, that you can get on Apple Podcasts or wherever you subscribe to your podcasts.
And I remember it was said during the city council virtual alderman's council meeting, and somebody off mic, one of the mayor's allies, was heard commenting, "This is a shit show."
I don't know why. I've never even noticed that word before, but now it's like in the vernacular.
I know.
I don't really get it, but thanks to Lisa B, I guess. Yeah, just shut up about me.
She's a trendsetter.
She is. She certainly is. No doubt about that. Now, so I know a lot of people write stuff. They'll say, hey, on Saturday morning now that you guys are live, we're, and we don't, once again, we don't know how long this is going to last. Let me tell you, two things are going to happen today that I know. Well, we never really know for sure. One, Babe Winkelman, the great outdoorsman, will join us. And it's the weirdest thing because from what I understand, it's his birthday, and his daughter is having a baby in his house today in Brainerd, Minnesota. The great outdoorsman, Babe Winkelman, always good, although Eddie Abler hates him. Now, and Michael Wilbon from Pardon the Interruption on ESPN, Michael Wilbon, talking about the series, the documentary series, the stunning slam dunk for ESPN and Netflix, The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, the last run of the Chicago Bulls, Rodman, Phil Jackson, Jerry Krause, evil, and more. Michael Wilbon with some great talk on that. And right now, I know that a lot of people do drink during this Saturday broadcast, and I did do the Lysol.
I'm so happy.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I did Lysol.
I was so worried.
Yeah, I took some Lysol. I mean, really. I think Stephen Colbert, he had a line one night. He said, America is basically a petri dish on the floor of a bus station in the men's room now.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, America is basically a petri dish on the floor of a bus station men's room. That's what we are. But you know what, though? It's good that you send in Georgia. And I'm so glad that they have opened up so many essential things. Let's see. Georgia opened their gyms, their hair salons.
Gotta have a haircut.
Yeah, I saw some of this on the news today. There's like guys are getting their haircut. Looks like they're being surrounded by tents everywhere. It's like unbelievable. Let's see here. Bowling alleys. Excuse me. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. Bowling alleys. Now you're talking. That makes perfect sense to me. A bowling alley should be open.
And it's such a good exercise.
It's great exercise. Thank God it is bowling. Yeah, man, what do you want to do, man? Tell me what do you think we should do here in Georgia? What do you think is essential? Well, Governor, I'll tell you there, Governor Brian Kemp, my thing is I believe we got to have hair salons, as Buzz Kilman, I heard him say once on the stream at Brandmeier Broadcast System, the Brandmeier system, the BS system. I heard him say, we got to get a haircut. Okay? All right, put that one down. That's a good one. What else do you think we need to have? Oh, man, I may be speaking out of order, but I believe we need to have bowling alleys open. Bowling alleys?
Maybe because bowling alleys are already empty and it doesn't really matter.
No, tell me the logic. I want to be at the meeting right now. Okay, you're Governor Kemp. You're Governor Kemp in
thought
Georgia.
About it.
Yeah, no.
The only thing I get to say is I'm the governor. I'm going to open the bowling alleys because I'm a big bowler. That's the only thing I can think of.
Did you just say, hold on, I've known you my whole life, basically. You're telling me you're a bowler?
I used to be.
Yeah, you used to be.
And I bowled before there were automatic pin setting machines, and I spent a couple of weeks setting pins at a bowling alley.
Oh, wow.
And that's a dangerous job. Because you're hanging back there when the ball comes and the pins fly.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Should I give you an example? That's so funny you said that. I'll give you an example of that. Listen to this. This is unbelievable news story. I can't even believe you just said that. I think people think we talk all the time before we go on the air, right?
It's like great legs not to.
We never speak. And Babe Winkelman, by the way, is annoyed by that. He wants to talk to me off the air. I go, Babe, I never want to speak to you off the air. I said, I haven't talked to Buzz off the air and I don't know, 30 years. Anyway, Buzz is right. So, Buzz, if you were a pin setter, you do see it is a dangerous possible job.
I mean, a lot of guys got really messed up setting pins.
All right.
We're told David Geiger had worked in the bowling industry for more than 30 years. A former colleague says he knew what he was doing and would have never expected anything like this to happen.
It's a side of the bowling alley you've probably never seen. A spot where 53-year-old David Geiger was pulled to his death. But something went wrong.
He was sent back for a problem with one of the lanes, had been back there. They tried to call him. When he didn't answer the call, they went back there and they found him.
We're told Geiger's shirt got caught on a pin setter.
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. It's a tragic moment of anybody, let alone him.
Now Nathan tells us safety's on his mind.
Any call I run on a machine now, it goes through my head.
A fellow mechanic and a man with more than 3 decades of experience.
Wow. I thought you might have been lying there, but I remember this. You see this news story, and the guy is good. So he goes under there. When you get the bowling pins, you go under and set the pins back up, and then you get out of the way.
Yep.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Think about it.
Why don't you think about it?
Vermouth, Stops,
Yeah.
Coors Light,
Yeah.
and Witch Hazel.
All right, that's what this guy's drinking today. Wait a minute. I'm drinking Lysol, and this guy's drinking what again? I'm sorry.
Vermouth,
Yep.
Stops,
Yep.
Coors Light,
Yep.
and Witch Hazel.
Vermouth schnapps. I got it. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, write this down if you're going to drink while you listen to the show today.
Vermouth, Stops, Coors Light, and Witch Hazel.
All right. Now you watch. The next thing at the next press conference, we'll hear that. All right. Let's look at the non-essential. Go back to the meeting then. So let me ask you this then, Buzz.
Yeah.
Do you believe that bowling is essential for people to get out of their home and get into a bowling groove?
Not here, but in Georgia. A lot of things happen in Georgia that I don't know about.
Right.
It's Georgia.
You might be right about that. Let me look at this list because they on the Georgia the governor's .com site, whatever the hell that is, which I always go to, it's fantastic. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, businesses, the essential businesses open now. Gyms, hair salons, bowling alleys.
Stop. Everybody has to stop.
As soon as you get to it, you get to bowling and you go, boom.
It's essential.
Essential. Wait. Can you see the meeting where they're going, wait a minute, man. Did you just say, Governor, I just want to be clear. You said bowling alley? That's right. Bowling alley. It's an essential thing for us to get back to business at the bowling. We got to get back to it. Okay? Maybe I'm missing something here. Hold on.
If you're not bowling, you're missing a good time.
Buzz, you probably haven't bowled since Jesus was a busboy at the Last Supper. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Shotgun Johnny. Gyms, fitness centers, bowling, body art studios. That's another one of my favorite. Body art studios. That means tattoo parlors. If you people don't understand the vernacular of the Georgian governor.
And tattoo parlors, I think, are open in Chicago as well.
Okay.
Which means they're essential.
Well, please, baby Jesus, tell me why. Okay, wait. Let's just follow this down for a second. Okay, Governor, lower that foot, whatever you are. Do you think the tattoo parlor should be open? Yes, why? Because you just keep a safe distance and you're going to be all right. Okay, what kind of a long 6-foot needle is available? Is there a 6-foot needle?
I don't think so.
I'm not aware of? 6-foot needle. Think about this.
Think about it.
You think about it. Okay, now listen to me. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense.
I know.
But I guess everybody, when you're sitting out there right now in this world, around the world, and it is weird. We got a lot of listeners around the world. We got United Kingdom. I'm just looking at the list now from the analytics. United Kingdom, Switzerland, Puerto Rico, Panama, Luxembourg, and Germany.
I can't wait for the wacky weenies to come in.
Hey, man, listen to me. I'm telling you, people in Luxembourg, keep these things in English. And that'll be what's happening. That'll be what's happening. Okay, now, you tell me what's essential. How do you give someone a tattoo with a 6-foot needle?
You don't. And really, when you get a tattoo, it involves a little blood. I mean, you're going through the skin. It's like, the doorway to heaven for a virus.
Doesn't make a bit of sense. And we're buying a doorway to heaven.
Think about it.
You think about it. Okay, now, essentials. Hold on. Let me go down this list again. Okay, so body art studios, that's ridiculous. Oh, barbers. How do you cut your hair without 6-foot scissors? Like the big clown scissors.
The clown haircut.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, wait a second. I got a guy. Let me see if I get this. I got a guy send me a photo. Email Brandmeier Show, BRANDMEIER, Brandmeier Show @gmail.com. Sent me an email of a picture. He went into Supercuts or tried to cut it himself. I don't have it in front of me right now, but he just jacked his hair all up. It just looks so stupid. I couldn't believe it. He jacked his hair up, but I guess that's a problem. Now, let me go down this list because you don't find it weird that, I could understand. Listen, I don't know about you, man. I'm just waiting to get out. I cannot take it, man. So I'm glad I'm talking to Babe. I just want to go fishing. I want to get out of here. I'm going crazy so I can get it. I understand it. We're all feeling the same exact thing that every day.
You've got a nice backyard.
Let me see. Yeah, I guess I can get some air. Oh, man, I'm so glad I'm not in a high-rise anymore.
I'm in Chicago with no backyard.
No. Yeah, then when you go out, you have to have that mask on, right?
Well, you don't have to, but there are some stores that they keep pushing it more and more. And why, I don't know, because originally the Surgeon General of the United States of America said, don't bother with a mask. It doesn't do any good. And if you get a good one, the first responders need it. And the CDC originally said you don't have to have a mask because it doesn't really help. And then suddenly, everybody's got to have a mask.
Yeah, I know.
They just ran out of things to tell us to do.
Right. Makes perfect sense to me.
And you'll be very safe, I'm sure,
Thank you.
with your mask.
Yeah. Oh, because you, Mr. Big Shot, you have a backyard.
Think about it.
Why don't you shut up?
Mr. Backyard Man.
I got a backyard. I got a tattoo.
I just got a tattoo that says F you Buzz. You should see it. It's fantastic. Okay, what else is on the list here? Georgia's essential businesses that are open now, chimney sweepers. What? Hold on just a second.
That's Dick Van Dyke.
What are we talking about? Dick Van Dyke. Yeah. I like Buzz throwing in a Mary Poppins reference right out of the box.
I keep seeing him. I see pictures of him. He's all over the place these days.
Dick Van Dyke.
He's
sure,
like in his 90s.
Excuse me. Penis Von Lesbian, you mean?
Right.
As Mary Tyler Moore would call him. Penis Von Lesbian. Dick Van Dyke. Okay, so chimney sweepers, I don't get that. Essential businesses in Georgia, petting zoos.
No, come on. Really?
Yeah, I'm looking right at the freaking Georgia Opens gym. They're the
petting zoo.
You heard me.
The Tigers are getting the virus up in Brooklyn. Where are they getting it from? People petting them.
People who need to pet tigers during the coronavirus epidemic. I mean, what are we talking about? Seriously, when you think about it, what are we talking about? That is just ridiculous.
I mean, I feel so bad for the guys in the bar business and the restaurant business. I mean, they're so screwed right now. And it seems like we should try and figure out some way to get them back in business on some sort of a basis.
Yes.
That would be the priority were I the governor. But I'm not, so.
I wish you were the governor.
I wish I was right now.
I really do. I really wish you were the governor because no one would greenlight you. You know what, though? If I were the governor of Georgia or anywhere else, I would greenlight all this stupid crap. I would greenlight all of it. Gyms, hair salons, bowling alleys, prostitution, miniature golf, dog racing. Hey, man, Governor, can we still do dog racing? Petting zoos, we said, astrologists, vaping shops, rodeos.
Rodeo.
Yeah, you got to have a rodeo.
Rodeos?
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Governor, are we going to be able to get rodeos and dog racing and vaping shops open? Yes, we are. Dwarf tossing, gun ranges, bait shops, cage fighting, zip lining, and cockfighting. All essentials that are open in Georgia. Hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, those are the things that are open in Georgia. But to me, I'm really glad bowling's open because I've always asked the same question.
Mama, stop your knitting, turn the TV down. Papa, drop your paper, take a look around. Listen, all you parents, open up your soul. Ask yourself the question, why can't Johnny bowl?
Really, there are two types of people that go bowling. There are people that really, really love bowling. And then there are the people that are like, wouldn't it be hysterical if we went bowling? Bowling's great. You gotta love a sport you can eat while you play it. Never see that in tennis. Hey, before you serve, let me dig into these nachos. It's a different sport. There's an ashtray built into the bowling equipment. Poker doesn't even have that. And that hand dryer thing, if you're sweating while you're bowling, you're out of shape. And if you're out of shape and you're bowling, you're probably a professional bowler. There's nothing really healthy about bowling. It has to be the germaphobe's nightmare. Here, put on these moist shoes 10,000 people wore and stick your fingers in these dirty holes. Now you have the flu. How dirty are those holes? It's not like those balls wear out. They probably haven't manufactured a bowling ball in 1,000 years. Someone's out there using Fred Flintstones right now. That is preposterous. I don't own a bowling ball because I'm not a weirdo.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to volunteer to carry around a 50-pound ball. Can you put it in a big, ugly purse? That's how I want to meet the ladies. Oh, couldn't help but notice you staring at my purse. It's filled with a big blue ball. Mind if I follow you around the parking lot? I'll just be humming. Ball in the bag. It's the worst song ever.
There he is. Oh, yeah. Yes, straight. 8335 JB Show. Good Babe Winkelman on in a couple of minutes, I guess. I don't know how that works out again. Try to figure out how to book these people. Hold on. If you hear a beep and you're on hold, that means I'm talking to you. Go ahead, 8335 JB Show when we're live, which we are Saturday morning live today. Johnny B on the Ledge, Johnny B's Love Shed, and Johnny B and Weasel. Call it whatever you want. Go ahead, please.
Well, hey, Johnny B. Glad you're back on the air. Hey, Buzz. Glad to hear you, too. And if there's any essential business, it's you two guys being back. I mean, you guys are a real shot in the arm.
I feel it. Well, listen, people are saying that in emails and Facebook and all that stuff. And I got to tell you, it works the same way. But you know what I'm saying, right? We just love the fact that we're like in this little party with you guys. And we don't know where it's going. But I got to tell you, I really enjoy doing it. I just love it, man. It just jacks me up.
Well, absolutely, absolutely.
I
wanted to briefly talk about The Last Dance.
Just 1 second. Buzz is speaking. Hold on a minute, Buzz. What did you want to say?
Well, we're talking about how people are enjoying the show, both us and the people.
Yeah. People.
And there was a post on Facebook says, now every Saturday we do three things: order food to support a local business, get blind drunk, and listen to Johnny B.
Right on, man. That's right.
That's exactly what I do.
But wait, how can you be getting drunk now? It's 10-something in the morning.
That's right.
I'm not drunk now.
Yeah, right.
There's a movement towards early drinking with the pandemic.
I'm glad we're responsible for that. That's great. Okay, I'm sorry. Buddy, remember, I don't know your names, don't have screeners, nothing like that, so go ahead.
Jay from Naperville.
Okay, go ahead, Jay from Naperville. You want to, what did you used to call it, Buzz? Snootyville?
I believe Snootville.
Snootville. Yeah, Snootyville, Naperville, Illinois.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah, for my friends, by the way, in Puerto Rico, Naperville is a place in Illinois that apparently is snoots live. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
Now, did you get a chance to watch The Last Dance? I know you're all excited about it last week.
There's absolutely riveted to it. We'll talk to Michael Wilbon out of ESPN later today to hear about that, his take on it. Amazing.
Now, did you watch it on ESPN as it aired?
Yeah, I watched
I know
that.
you were saying you wanted to
No.
watch it on Netflix, which is not going to be out till July.
Yeah, so let me talk about that for 1 second. I agree. Let me answer your question. You asked me a question. I want to answer you, Jay from Naperville. They are snooty over there, aren't they, Buzz? All right. Okay. No. Hey, Jay. So yeah, I watched it. With the commercials on ESPN. Episode 1, Episode 2, The Last Dance, Chicago Bulls, fantastic. And so you're saying that it's not on Netflix yet. It will be coming. That's when I want to watch it. That's when I will binge watch all 10 episodes.
Right, but that's not going to be until July.
Right. We're not going anywhere, apparently.
Right. And what I found is I completely forgot it was going to be aired last Sunday, and listening to you on Monday on the podcast, you were mentioning it. I'm like, oh, man, I like to watch it in order. I don't want to watch, episode 3 and 4 and then go back to 1 and 2.
Right.
So what I did is I just on-demanded it, and there were no commercials.
What? Wait. What's this trick? Go ahead. What is it?
I just on demand, I have AT&T, and just searched for Last Dance, and it was there on demand, and I watched it, and it was commercial free.
Wow. Okay, so that's a tip from Jay in Snooterville. All right. 8335 JB Show. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Johnny B.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, am I? There's no beep. Hey,
wait. There is no beep. Hey, just a second. Bill Malone, engineer. They keep saying there's no beep. Let's get that fixed. Get him a beep. Go ahead, please.
Please.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about bowling as far as being.
Who doesn't?
My boys are avid bowlers.
Who doesn't?
And high school, and one's going to college. And the fact that they haven't bowled in over 6 weeks, it absolutely sucks.
Yeah, and their game's deteriorated, too.
Oh, yeah.
They suck now.
How hard is it to bowl?
It's muscle memory. It's muscle memory.
Oh, come on. As my grandma used to say, tell it to Sweeney.
Johnny, it's not recreational. They both for sport, and one's going to college, which hopefully he makes it. Because
Okay, wait a minute. I'm chewing gum. Wait a minute. Hold on, buddy. With a scholarship in bowling?
Absolutely.
No. He's not. He's really got a scholarship.
Yeah, they both have scholarships. One's a sophomore and one's a senior, and they've been bowling since they were 8 and 9. And any tournament I put them in, anything they win, it's all scholarship money.
What can you win in professional bowling? Honestly, what can you win in professional bowling?
Lots.
No, what are you talking about? All of a sudden, you become Dick Weber.
Yeah.
Well, I spent time.
It's on Fox now.
It's also I got a birthday telegram from Buzz Fazio.
Oh, boy.
Does anybody know who Buzz Fazio is?
I do not, but I can't believe I just referenced Dick Weber, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Who's the listener here?
I don't know your name. So remember, when you guys hear a beep or don't hear a beep, say your name so we can respond to you like a gentleman. What?
Ray from Oak Lawn.
Ray from Oak Lawn. Go.
Ray, you've never heard of Buzz Fazio?
He's old school.
He's old. Well, you've heard of him then.
Yeah.
Yes,
is he like Andy Verapapa?
Well, I don't know who Andy Verapapa is, but
Andy Verapapa.
But Buzz Fazio was at one time the world champion bowler, and he sent me a little card because my name is Buzz as well. From one buzz to another. That's my claim to bowling fame.
Why don't you open with that at dinner tonight or somewhere, wherever you go, and then go right back to the Cesar Romero story. 833-5JB show. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Johnny, it's Patrick, man. How you doing?
How you doing?
That bowling thing, it's true, man. Muscle memory, it's a true thing.
I cannot believe, thank you, Patrick, from wherever you are. I cannot believe we're having a discussion about bowling, but I will tell you that...
your fault.
Okay, in my home state, it is it's Georgia's fault. It's not my fault, it's Georgia's fault. They should have just stuck with opening the stuff they were opening. In that bowling alley, the waxing is good, zip lining you got to do. You got to go to a bait shop. That's essential. The other stuff is not essential. But the one thing from my home state that I recall, as soon as we talk about bowling ever, there was a guy that invented a game that they played in Wisconsin called shotgun bowling.
Yeah.
And all you do is you roll up the pins in the backyard, set them up like you would, the 10 pins in a row, and then you take a shotgun with a slug, people who know that, with a slug, and shoot the pins down. And then they just go. Like that. Oh, yeah, hey there, what do you want to do now? I got an idea, Stash. What if we take the pins there, hey? And then we, set up the pins, then get a shotgun with like a slug in it, eh? And then just shoot at it. Oh, that is great, Stash. Great. All right. Hey, J-Mac, why don't you text Babe and tell him to call the hotline. Babe Winkelman. I guarantee he bowls with a shotgun. Matt, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yep, will do.
Okay. Do you have his number?
No.
See what I mean? I counted actually to 3. He will do. Remind me of an intern I had once. I said, can you do me a favor? Can you get me anything you can find on Roger Ebert? He goes, he runs out of the room. He comes back 10 minutes later. He goes, there's nothing on the internet about Roger Ebert. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably not. That makes perfect sense. Get the hell out of here. All right, Mac. So you want his number? Babe. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. I think people enjoy just seeing me scamper around here trying to figure this out. I think they do get it.
I know it's fun for me.
Yeah, I know. You're sitting there, you're just loving every second of this. Running everything.
Got a hot cup of Java, kick back in my chair. Listen to Johnny freak out.
You are something else, man.
Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, we'll have some fun. Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, everyone. We'll smoke cigars and drink a lot of beer. We'll slap our hands and jump and shout and cheer. There's one thing that we're so proud of
days in just a blink. Then we'll buy ourselves another drink. We'll spend an hour trying to explain why we didn't bowl a better game. Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, we'll have some fun. Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, everyone. Come on, let's go bowling. Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, we'll have some fun. Grab your balls, we're going bowling. Grab your balls, everyone.
Bowling is good exercise. Come on out and join the
It was like any other warm day of summer. Two grown men out for a harmless fishing trip in Upper Canada. And what was to happen that hot, steamy, and sweaty day would change their lives forever. Coming soon to an adult theater near you. The Love Boat, the movie.
Oh, God, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Half an inch. It's going to swell up. Well, it's already swollen up. Man. Oh. God, that went in so deep. Yeah.
The Love Boat, the movie. The Saskatchewan Gazette says rising star Jonathan Brandmeier is a wang-dang doodle of a dinghy. And the boat's nice, too. And the Vancouver Tribune raves, Babe Winkelman and Brandmeier really turn it on hot when they sink their lures. The Love Boat, the movie. Under 17, not admitted without parent. You've never seen a fishing trip like this.
Oh, my God.
An all-male cast.
First of all, let me give you a proper introduction for people who do not know, to our listeners in Switzerland who do not know Babe Winkelman. Babe Winkelman, husband, father, sportsman, television personality, business guy. He is a fishing and hunting outdoor icon, inducted into the Sports Legends Hall of Fame with the best athletes in baseball, football, boxing, and I hope bowling. Only outdoors figure to be honored ever. Ever. Inducted into the Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame. Host of Good Fishing and Outdoor Secrets, and who knows what else he's into these days. Good Fishing. Winkelman.com, is that still your address, babe?
It still is our address, Winkelman.com.
What are you drinking right now? Because it seems kind of like you're on a delay or something. Are you on a delay?
No, I'm on my regular home phone.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But here's what I want to make sure I'm clear on. You did a Facebook Live yesterday, which I, first of all, kind of blown away by it because I don't even know how to turn my mic on without help. And you're on Facebook Live. And tell me if I'm correct on what I heard. It's your birthday today or it was yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Oh, gee.
I did the Facebook Live Thursday night. I never know what the hell I'm going to say when I'm going to do a Facebook Live, or generally don't. I wanted to talk with them about ticks because they're out bad. We have a real crisis going on in this country with those little crawling sons of...
Okay, yeah, all right. I don't like ticks. I've never liked ticks. And I don't want to get into it, but let me be clear. The only time I have ever had a tick on me, my dad, or as we would, they call the old man, Brandy, he would say, just burn it out with a match. Is that true or false? How do you get a tick out of your skin quickly?
False.
And false. All right. So you're calling my dad a stinking liar?
No, you got to take if you have a tick, you have to take a needle nose tweezers, and you get underneath between the tick head and your skin and slide it underneath there, grab his probe and pull it very slowly straight up. If you try and rip it out or anything, the head stays in there and you still get infected.
Oh, the head stays in.
Oh, my God. Hey, babe, if the head of a tick stays inside you, would they then have babies? Is it possible? You know what I mean?
No, what's possible is that they can transmit 7 different diseases to you that are fatal.
Just a second, Buzz. Did you think that was a stupid question? Go ahead and say it if you do.
Nobody gets pregnant in their head. That's all I'm saying.
Well, see, I would think a guy from
Another
Fond du Lac
buzzism.
would know a little bit about the ticks.
Yeah, I just said my dad would tell me we had ticks all over the place. There's no question about it. It's your birthday. First of all, I love you, man. Happy birthday. I've never met a guy who loves the outdoors more than this guy. And when I saw you on the Facebook Live, you just went, I just wish I were crappie fishing. That's what I wish.
Tell me. It was
just
beautiful the last couple of days, and I've been working my butt off.
Yeah, now, wait. So then here's what else I heard. And tell me if I'm wrong. You said your daughter, which one are we talking about, was going to have a baby in your house in Brainerd today or yesterday or when?
No, she had a baby yesterday, her third baby, a baby daughter, Mia, on my birthday.
Oh, congratulations, babe. That's awesome, man. Really?
Yeah, I think it's cool. That's their third baby, and it's her last because she's had to have the last 2 cesarean sections.
Was it a baby delivered in your home or at the actual hospital?
No, she was at the hospital.
Okay.
I mean, you know, we've got our stay-at-home orders here as well, and I couldn't go up to see her. Nobody could, just her husband.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's it. Just part of what we're all going through here with our Chinese virus. Thanks to communists.
There it is. Okay, hold on. This
Say
is
it.
a non-political zone. But hold on a minute. And then we might have Chinese listeners. Let me look at the board here. Yeah, no, Puerto Rico checking out on that comment for some reason.
They did what they did on purpose.
Okay, wait a second. Hold on. I don't want to get into all that, but let me be clear about this. Your daughter's okay. Your baby's okay. Everybody's happy. Right?
Everybody in our family is in good shape. They've been paying attention to the stay-at-home orders. I mean, work has slowed down to nothing. Everybody's fighting for $1 to try and buy groceries.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
On all their stimulus packages and so forth, I didn't qualify for 1 penny.
Yeah, it's
because I own my own businesses. I can't get unemployment. You name it.
Right. Well, wait a minute, though. I mean,
it's a bad time for our country, but we will get through it.
Can't you just keep going? What if you fish in a bass boat or whatever? You're 6 feet apart with the cameraman. Can't you do that?
I can't. You can't be far enough away in the boat with the cameraman.
Wait a minute. Who's this?
Johnny, Michael.
Michael's on the line. Hold on. So I got Michael and Babe. Is that correct?
And Joey.
And Joey.
You got Babe, at least.
Wait a second. And Babe Winkelman. Who, by the way, guys, is it me? But does Babe sound a little sedate today? Seems kind of sedate.
Yeah, Johnny, absolutely. I think you're dead on. Babe, what's going on?
What's wrong with you? You seem like you're tired.
I'm in Wuhan. I can hardly hear you. I'm in Wuhan.
Well, hopefully you make it back out of there.
See, there's something going on in there in that house. I don't know what it is. He's distracted by something. Babe, you can be honest with us. What are you distracted by right now?
Who, me?
I think you're on delay or something.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We were in Babe's house. It's amazing. It's like some kind of museum. There's not 1 square inch that doesn't have something stuffed on it. And I mean, not one.
I wouldn't like it there.
Okay, so but what does it, Joey, speak? And hey, whoever it is, Joey or Michael, stop moving around.
I just remember, it's not me. I just remember a lot of Jägermeister.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, remember that? Babe, didn't you have like a gallon of Jägermeister at the bar?
Well, if I recall correctly,
oh boy,
by the time we were done, most of you couldn't remember much of anything.
Nope, not anything. It was.
I don't think John even remembered putting his hand through the face of my bongo drum.
Here we go. I knew he was going to say it.
He punched out a bongo drum.
Yeah, babe, go ahead, babe. Babe, go ahead. Tell the story. You told it. You tell it to everybody that I broke your bongo. Go ahead. Tell us the story. How did I break your bongos? Go ahead.
Beaten on it. I think you thought it was some illegal immigrant or something, and you were just pounding away. And all of a sudden,
with a drumstick,
you pounded a little too hard, and your hand went right into the bongo.
Babe's like doing subliminal political talk today. So he comes under
the no kidding.
It's so funny, man. Yeah. And then
there you go.
Then we played. So okay, but Michael, then tell the world what you did for Babe. Then.
Well, then,
Sent
what,
me
10 years later,
the coolest set of bongo drums ever.
Yeah. 10 years
So
later.
we're waiting for you guys to come back up here because I think this set of bongos is indestructible, and I have a professional set of congas now.
Okay.
You can really beat your meat.
Now wait a second. But Michael, why did Michael wait? Here's my question, because Michael goes, "Hey, we just sent Babe Winkelman some bongos," and I go, "Why?"
John, you got to understand, Michael was trying to cover your ass.
10
years later.
Yeah, that's right, Buzz. 10 years later. 10 years later, Michael thinks, "Oh, I'll do something nice for my brother." Yeah, I know what I'll do.
Had his ass in the wind for 10 years.
Hey, babe, when you got the bongos, you weren't a little bit shocked? Like, oh, after 10 years, we came to your house in Brainerd, Minnesota, the great hospitality. To this day, what I talk about is not the bongos, not all the shots, not all that. I talk about those fish sticks that your wife made for us. Oh my God. And you got, Buzz, there was bowls around, like people would have bowls of potato chips. Babe Winkelman and his beautiful wife, they had bowls of walleye fingers, like fingers fillets, and all these. Oh my God, that was the best stuff I've ever eaten.
It was unbelievable.
Yep.
That was unbelievable.
I have a wife gifted by God, and there's no other way to say it.
And what being married
That
to you is.
woman creates all these recipes, and every day is a different kind of a meal. It's amazing.
Every day is a different kind of a meal. Really? Just a second. I want to say something. Hey, upstairs, you hear that? Yeah, Babe Winkelman's wife cooks. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, just guess what? He could kiss my ass. That's what I'm saying. You don't worry about it. Knock it off.
Johnny, maybe you should do a verse of the Edmund Fitzgerald that would last for 7 hours.
Yeah, and so Buzz would love this because Babe has this setup. It's like with all these stuffed animals around while you're singing and lynx and bobcats are staring at you. You've got this music. He's got microphones and PA systems, and now he's had Buzz a professional set of congas. You've got so you got that going. And then so when we get the party going, Babe goes, "Hey, let's play Edmund Fitzgerald." Now, Babe.
Yeah,
we know that song
25 minutes later, we're done with it.
25-minute song.
Legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi.
Yeah.
That sounds like me.
Lake, it is said, never gives up a day. When the gales of November came early.
Harmony, Joey, take it.
With a full load of ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty.
Good fishing, outdoor secrets, TV shows.
The good ship and crew was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
There he is, singing it live in his home in Brainerd, Minnesota, the one and the only Babe Winkelman. Hosted the Good Outdoor Show.
I like Babe's version better than the other version.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? That's the last. When you whip that out at a party with the acoustic guitar, you say, I got one. You know, people are sitting around campfire, whatever it was. And you whip out the Edmund Fitzgerald, it means it's time to go to bed.
That's right.
Hey, we have a total new initiative, John. Get Outdoors TV. GetOutdoorsTV.com. And it is a streaming video network. The first platform is going live right now. The first platform has more than 150 million unique visitors a month going to their website.
Okay, babe, say it again so we get it clear. What is it called again? Because this sounds fantastic.
GetOutdoorsTV.com.
GetOutdoorsTV.com.
And it'll be available globally. Maven is the first website that is going to be on. Like I said, they have over 150 million people, unique visitors coming to their website per month average. Then we're going on to smart TVs, and we'll be on about 3 billion smart TVs globally.
3 billion?
That have the Opera section built into them.
All right, man.
And a whole bunch of other things. And what's nice about it, John, is all of the shows that you and I did together and all the shows I've ever done in my life are going to be posted on there. So they'll be able to see 900 or 1,000 shows.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, that means the shows that we're on.
It is all free.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all free when you hook me You bloody bastard, you.
Okay, here we
And-
go.
and
All right, babe.
ripped the hook out and splattered you with blood.
That is what the one thing that's never going to. I'm never going to live that one down. The very first time fishing with Babe Winkelman. Very first time he takes me on a trip. I'm fishing with the outdoor legend, and my first cast, I hook Babe Winkelman. I'm never going to forget that or live it down. Wherever I go, they bring it up.
Oh, God, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Half an inch. It's going to swell up. Well, it's already swelling up. Man. Oh. God, that went in so deep. Yeah.
So you're going on a fishing trip and you're nature bound. Got Seeger and Babe Winkelman with listeners all around. But I just can't help but wonder who Johnny B might injure now.
Oh, God, babe. Oh, my God.
Here they go in the boat again. Here they go. Babe looks a little afraid. Careful now. Cast it out again. Giant, please don't book the babe.
It's going to swell up. Well, it's already swelling up. Man. God, that went in so deep.
Yeah. Yikes. Never live that one down ever. The one, the only Babe Winkelman.
This is Jonathan Brandmeier.
You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna be paid. But it's about time you remember the name. Hey, hey. You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna be paid. But it's about time you remember the name. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. It isn't my time.
I got some bad news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Ebb from Green Acres is dead. Sit down, bus. Sit down. Ebb from Green Acres is dead. Ebb. I used to love Ebb. Ebb. And it's weird, as we said before on the show. By the way, the lines are now open. Brothers are off. Babe is gone, taking care of his house. 833-5JB Show, 833-5JB Show. Green Acres. You remember? Well, I bet you didn't even like it. I knew you were going to say that.
I didn't like it.
I knew you were going to say that.
There was a pig on it, right?
Yeah, Arnold the pig.
I liked the pig.
Right.
I liked the pig, but I couldn't put up with the show just to see the pig.
Well, you got Zsa Gabor. No, Ava Gabor. Ava Gabor. Zsa's sister was in Green Acres, Eddie Albert, and Tom Lester, a.k.a. Ebb. This is Ebb.
Morning, Eleanor. You know what today is, Eleanor? D-Day. This is the day Miss Douglas is supposed to decide whether or not she's going to stay on the farm or go back to New York. Wonder if she'll stay.
There it is. Now, Ebb dad, Tom Lester, but it is weird when we talk about, I think we were talking about this last show. This is the Showcast, by the way. If you're just joining us, I am Jonathan Brandmeier. That's Buzz. Brandmeier Broadcast System. Say hi, Buzz. You're alive. We're all alive.
Hi.
Talking about, like, I'll see a show and I'll go, oh, I talked to that guy. And there'll be this, oh, I talked to that guy. And then I see where Tom Lester's dead and I go, did I talk to that guy? The answer? Yeah.
It's Ebb. Tom Ebb Lester. How you doing, Tommy?
Good morning, Johnny B. Greetings from Hooterville.
I'll tell you one thing. The old ones, the old Green Acres thing, I don't think people who, are used to sitcoms today know how funny that show is. It was a very, very funny show. I mean, it was hilarious.
Well, we appreciate you liking it, Johnny B. And I tell you, I think the reason the show was so great was because the writing was so terrific. Yeah, and another thing, Johnny B., the reason it worked so well is it was so off the wall, the comedy, but we played it straight. And when you play that kind of comedy straight, it works. Like, for instance, my favorite meal that Mrs. Douglas cooked was hot water soup.
Yeah, right. And hotcakes
But see, I really love that hot water soup.
That's right. That's
and that's
right.
what made it work. And anytime any of those crazy things happen on the show, we played those as if they were really real, and that's what made it work.
That's right.
To hear the history, to see the future.
That's right. There it is, Tom. You could tell by that. I don't know when it was, but I'm looking at that tape, checking the archives, which we've had digitized, and I'm in there. Do you know, that's doing Mornings on the Loop, talking to Eb, that interview went 55 minutes. How did we survive that? Oh, my God.
Well, when things are going good,
Yeah,
you don't want us to hit the brakes.
It seemed riveting to me at the time. Here's a kid who grew up in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, talking to Eb. To me, that was like, oh, Lord God, this is unbelievable. I'm talking to freaking Eb. Guess who I talked to? Eb. In my town, I was a hero. Hey, did you hear that? They call me Brat in Fond du Lac. Hey, did you hear that Brat talked to Eb? And speaking of people we'll talk, Michael Wilbon from ESPN's Pardon the Interruption, talking about The Last Dance, the stunning docu-series you do not want to miss. Coming up again Sunday. That would be tomorrow. If you're listening to this live, which we hope you are enjoying the live experience. I've learned something today. Never do an interview live unless they just I don't know how, I don't think Babe could hear me. I don't know what was going on there.
It was like there was a 3-second delay all through that.
Yeah, it's like it was really weird. And he's such a nice guy. It's so weird, but it's like, and then you get the brothers, talking, walking around.
I knew that was Michael.
Yeah, you knew. Here's Michael. When people
he's outside, you can hear the wind.
He's got his mask on. Oh, yeah, his babe there. Yeah, bongos. Yeah, good story.
Okay. Anyway, top story. Eb is dead. I'm still a hero and finally like, Brat talked to Eb. How about that, Mr. Big Shot? But Wilbon, I wanted to keep this as a surprise. I don't. I want to go back into one thing, and I want to tell. Well, first of all, let me show you where we left off. I wanted to. I hope I'm not giving the surprise away for you, Buzz, because I'm so excited about it. I wanted to get you Michael Jordan's house. I wanted to buy it for you.
Which one?
The one that's in Highland Park, Illinois.
Right.
That's the one you remember I negotiated with the guy to get it. So Michael Jordan's house is for sale. It's 56,000 square feet. It's in Highland Park here in Illinois. And he started listing it at $29 million. And then he now has listed it at $14.9 million, and still no one's biting. So his agent has upped the ante, and he's taken this video out with epic-sounding violins, and the video is called I Am. And he talks about the house as if it were an extension of Jordan himself.
You call yourself a trophy property? A mansion? Let me show you something. You think you're big? Well, I'm bigger. You say you're great at entertaining? Have you seen my pool pavilion? Putting green? My game rooms? Had a drink in my wine cellar? Or a cigar in my humidor?
Wow.
How about a movie?
Oh.
You have an exercise room. I have a complete gym, state-of-the-art equipment. You might have a basketball hoop, but I have a full-size regulation court designed and played on by the greatest of all time.
Look at that.
Oh, we can be friends. But if you challenge me, I've won 6 championships. I am 2700 Point Lane. I am the Michael Jordan estate. Start your legend.
Look at that video. I am in.
But you know that he's had a hand in everything that's gone into that house.
Sure.
I mean, he's that kind of guy.
What about Juanita Jordan? She had a hand in it.
Yeah, she did. She had more than a hand.
And now she's got his right hand
right.
and half of his stuff. Yeah, and I remember that we were negotiating it back then, and the deal was that I was going to throw the offer in. Wait, let me hear where we ended with this, because I want to call the guy back. It's still for sale in 2020. It's still for sale now. Still on the market.
I mean, what's the problem? Why?
Well, first of all, I guess it's $15 million, but let me just see where we left off, because I'm going to call that dude again and see if I can buy the house. Hold on. Let me see where we left off in the negotiations again. Jonathan Brandmeier will be able to say that. I will be able to say it. Now, he puts these 2 videos out. He drops the price almost in half to sell Michael Jordan's house. Still not enough. So you know what comes out today? Here's what comes out today. Buyer of Michael Jordan's $15 million home will receive a pair of every Air Jordan in every edition that Michael Jordan has in the buyer's side.
That might be worth more than the house.
Think about that now. This house is beautiful. And the real estate agent, by the way, said if the price is right, we can make anything happen. Anything. Okay, well, here's what I want then. I'm going to buy the house. I want it by Christmas. I want every pair of Air Jordans you have and everything, and all signed by Michael. All of them signed by Michael in my size 10, thank you. And I want Michael Jordan to play a one-on-one game with me every 30 days, and I can invite anyone I want.
Right, and then go mow the lawn.
And then Michael Jordan has to mow my lawn.
Right.
Yeah. Who's mowing your lawn out there today?
Right.
Michael Jeffrey Jackson Jordan. That's right. And I can invite anyone I want to that, too. And it's going to be a hand-push lawnmower, too, not a riding. There, thank you.
Old school.
That's old school, baby. That's the way Jordan started, and that's the way he's going out. Okay, that makes sense. So that's where we left off in the negotiations. That was 5 years ago, Buzz. Now it's 2020. What is it? Is it May yet? What is it? April? Still April? Okay, now it's back on the market again. Again, it's never been sold. That means they'll take any offer you can give them.
And they passed, whoever the prospective buyer was, passed on the shoe deal?
Yeah, shoe deal was offered. Then we offered them to have, if you wanted to, we would give them the price they wanted if Michael Jordan would, of course, cut our lawn. They said no to that. I don't know why. Michael, we got a buyer. He's going to pay the $14,855 to buy this house. It's got a big 23 on the gate. Anyone from the area, Illinois, knows that the Michael Jordan's house got a big 23 on the gate, 2,700 Point Lane, 9 bedrooms, 15 baths. NBA superstar Michael Jordan's 7-acre estate is as legendary as his airness himself, it says here.
Well, somebody should open that up as a hotel.
I don't think the people in Highland Park would be appreciative of it.
Well,
I don't know if you could.
But nobody, the place is so big, you wouldn't even know who's there, really.
Yeah, you wouldn't know the people are checking into a hotel.
15 baths.
Well, no, wait a minute. 9 beds.
15, who does that?
15 baths.
I remember when the thing went up and they gave all those stats. How does Michael Jordan say, I think I need 9 bedrooms and 15 baths?
Yeah, it's
That's what I think
saying it. It's not it's Juanita saying it. That's who's saying it. Well, I don't. Okay, I mean, let me see. It's 56,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't need that?
I don't know. I have 2, and I get lost in the house.
Where's Buzz? Where are you? Are you out there?
He's 2,000 feet away.
Think about that. It's 2,000 feet away. Okay, once again, 56,000 square foot property equipped with every conceivable luxury, amenity, physical monument to his tireless dedication and hard work. The custom designed property includes a regulation-sized basketball gym, circular infinity pool, putting green, tennis court, cigar room, each with Jordan's signature touch.
You know what may be the problem? Rich people don't want to move into a house that overshadows them. I mean, it will always be Michael Jordan's house and not your house, whoever you are that has millions and millions of dollars.
So, wait. You don't want me to buy it for you?
Oh, for me, yes. I wouldn't have an attitude about it. I'd take it and be happy.
Okay. Now, really, in all seriousness, if I were to buy this house and I give it to you, maybe we could share it, okay? Yeah, you go live with Buzz. Go on. Would you be happy there?
No, because of the commute. I
still
want to go to Chicago.
Yeah, there it is. Only Buzz. Right now, I've got a 10-step commute. Buzz, based on your 200 square feet, you have 1 step to get to your microphone. I have 10 steps. How about that? Okay, so it's still on the market. You can still buy Michael Jordan's house.
I mean,
What is going on?
For rich people, 15 mil is not that big a deal.
No, but so you believe, okay, based on your theory, people are not buying that home because they don't want to be overshadowed. Whose house is
By
this?
Michael Jordan.
Who put this all together? This is so magnificent. What's the number 23 on your gate mean?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to get that off.
Well, wait a minute. Is a 23 on your gate? What does that mean?
It's just we're trying to get it off.
He's got a 20. Hey, Michael, by the way, dude, I love you, man. But if you wanted to be incognito and you're Michael Jordan, you don't put 23 on your gate. You don't do it. Look where I live. Right here. But who's going to find him on that property anyway? Michael Jordan, where are you? Let's see if it's, let me see if I can dial this number up here.
56,000 square feet.
I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't even know how to. This Baird and Warner, by the way, has the listing. Baird and Warner, if you want to buy it. If you do look at it or buy it, you got to let me know. I just can't believe it. I mean, okay, how about this one? Would you take the 23 off the gate?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if
wait a second. Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Are you the one listing? Are you listing Michael Jordan's house?
I'm personally am not, but we have access to it. How can I help you?
I would like to know. It's still for sale, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and the still asking price is $14,855, correct?
Let me just look it up
Okay.
one more time.
Thank you very
just
much.
to make sure.
Thank you.
You bet.
I hope we can still get it.
Me too.
Are you hoping to make an appointment to see it?
Yeah, but I want to make sure it's still on. My friend and I were thinking about, is there a possibility, maybe you can tell me this, that we'd be able to open a hotel there, or is it only for personal, for a living?
I could look into that for you and find out.
Okay, wait, one second.
It's probably zoned residential, but I'll look into that. Well, how about you give me your name and phone number, and I'll get that information back to you.
Okay, Jonathan Brandmeier, Johnny B, Jonathan Brandmeier, BRANDMEIER, and I'm at 833-5. Just a second. I don't know the last 4 digits. It just 4469.
833.
Yeah.
4469.
You got it. But let me be clear. It's still 14,855.
You know what? I'm sorry. Is it 312 area code?
Yeah. No, it's toll free. 833. It's Chicago. Yeah, but it's toll free.
So then there's got to be more numbers, right?
Yeah, I guess. I just don't know what they are, to tell you the truth. I only dial it that way. So 833-56123. I guess. Yeah. By the way, can you just answer my questions first before we get into that? So it's still the.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am trying to look it up, and I just don't have the exact address in front of me. Do you have the address?
It is 2700 Point Lane, Highland Park, Illinois.
That's right. I just looked it up the other day too.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it.
It's still got the 23 on the gate. Still got 23 on the gate.
Yep.
Okay.
It's you're right, 14,855. And you know what? They must have just reduced the price, because the last time I looked, it was a little bit high. It was like 15 something.
Yeah.
So they must have just done a price reduction.
They knocked it down. The last time we negotiated, they were throwing in Michael Jordan's shoes. Do you remember that? That's for real. The guy put it out on your site. He was giving a pair of Jordan's unused, signed Jordan shoes every month or something like that. Buzz, wasn't that the offer?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. That's. I mean, if you want to pay $15 million for a pair of shoes.
No. But, no. I see. You're making a good point. But what I'm saying there, ma'am, is I'm saying that was a real offer that they made, that they would allow them to get shoes if you made that offer. So maybe I hope that offer's still playing. Because I don't care. It wouldn't be a deal breaker, but I wouldn't mind having all those shoes.
What size is your
size 10?
That's funny.
Yeah, size 10.
It doesn't say here. It does not say anything about the shoes in the
Okay.
listing, but that's a possibility.
Okay, and so it is there. We can still take a look at it. Let me talk to my people, and I'm going to get back to you on setting up an appointment, but I want to make sure it was still available, and I appreciate your time. You've been very kind. Thank you so much.
Sure. All right. Take
Bye
care.
now.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. I think it's still available.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was to me. I wonder why it's not selling. You're right about that. Maybe you are right about that.
I believe that. I really believe that.
Because why else isn't a house selling like that? Some people.
I mean, the house is a tribute to Michael Jordan.
Right.
You want to live in a tribute to Michael Jordan.
Right.
You want to have a tribute to yourself.
Right. I don't know if that's what you want out of a house, but okay. All right.
Well, you fix a house up the way you want it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the tribute.
I guess it makes sense. Oh, wait, we do have a commercial. Hold on.
But when you want hardcore pornographic videos, remember this label. Because it's not really pornographic. That just says Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right on. All right. Thank you, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Man, he's, you got to watch The Last Dance. Michael Wilbon of ESPN coming up.
Now I'm going to play baseball, and you can most definitely, positively kiss my black ass.
Yeah, there he is.
I don't know why that's so funny.
My favorite scene from The Last Dance on ESPN. That's my favorite scene where he just does that. That is, and man, I got to tell you something. The villain in it, of course, is Jerry Krause. And to see that play out in time, like watching that episode, seeing Jerry Krause and Michael Jordan. And I mean, you remember when Jordan gave his Hall of Fame speech, and he just took a rip at him, even in the Hall of Fame speech he gave.
I remember one game coming off the floor, and I scored like 20 points in a row to win the game. Tex reminded me that there's no I in team. And I look back at Tex, I say it's I and win.
That's right. Oh, you're going to see it in all its glory. 833-5JB show. Now, I swear, I'm just going to pick up your phone lines. Now, I swear to you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Johnny B.
Yeah, buddy.
This is Billy.
Okay, Billy.
Billy.
Go ahead, Billy.
Next time you play that clip of Babe Winkelman, play the X-rated version. Think about it.
The where we're swearing, you mean?
No, one of your producers on your radio show played an X-ray, turned it into an X-rated version.
Yeah, we played that already. We played it today. Okay. The Love Boat promo, you mean?
No. When you hooked Babe Winkelman.
Yeah, I remember it. We played it already. The one where he's go, Babe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we played it already, dude. Oh, you hooked it already. We hooked it already. You know, I know what you're talking about.
It was like any other warm day of summer. Two grown men out for a harmless fishing trip in Upper Canada. And what was to happen that hot, steamy, and sweaty day would change their lives forever. Coming soon to an adult theater near you. The Love Boat, the movie.
Oh, God, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, babe. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Half an inch. It's going to swell up.
Wait a minute. He's lying. It was not a half an inch. All right. That was it. That's what you're looking for, right, buddy? Oh, sorry. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello? Johnny,
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes, young lady.
Hello?
Yes.
Wait, is this Johnny B?
Yes, it is.
This is Lisa in Mundelein. How are you,
Johnny B.
Hey, Lisa in Mundelein, you've dialed 8335 JB Show. By the way, pretty weird. I couldn't remember. But it's because I don't say the numbers, so the ladies go, "What's your phone number?" I go, "I don't know what my number is."
The credibility went up.
Yeah,
in
right out the door. Yes, Lisa from Mundelein. How are you, young lady, ma'am, whatever you are?
Johnny, I love you. I adore you. I need you to know that I won a gift certificate to a jeweler years ago. And I went to the jewelry store. It was, high-end jewelry store.
Sure.
And I was in my, teens, whatever. I go to the jewelry store and they say, "Oh, well, sure, you're a winner." And of course they wanted me to buy something bigger. And so they came and they brought 2 beads out and said, "This is what you can get for this gift certificate," because they want you to buy a watch or something. Anyway, and then the other thing I wanted to say is,
I'm sorry, I don't understand that, but I don't need the. I don't. Did you understand that story? I didn't understand it.
No.
So it was a gift certificate at a high-end jewelry store.
Sure, don't worry about it, Lisa. You go ahead. What's your next point, Lisa? Go on. No problem.
Okay. I'm going to have 3 points. The second point was that I got that gift certificate. Well, it's the phrase that pays. I got the gift certificate.
Oh, I see.
Phrase that pays. So, and they wanted you to buy something more expensive, like a wedding ring, and I was in my 20s.
They come out of Buzz's mouth like air. Phrase that pays. Hey, by the way, speaking of weddings, do you? What about these Zoom weddings people are doing? People who have to cancel their weddings and things like that. That's ridiculous. Can you imagine?
A lot of money.
Good point. Maybe fathers. I don't even know if fathers still pay for the bride. Do they? Is that a deal?
I can tell you they don't.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. Or in this economy, as it continues to go down the toilet, I can tell you they may, as you say, they don't, but I guarantee they won't.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, we're in a bad economy, honey. Just go ahead and get married, do whatever you want. Don't worry about it.
Line 1, go ahead, please.
Hi, Johnny.
Hello.
This is Lisa in Mundelein.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I picked you up. I'm sorry. I put you on hold. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Hurry up. Next point.
No worries. My husband just told me what a moron I sounded like, so I'm going to try to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought I hung up, but I did not. But go ahead.
No worries. So I won the gift certificate for the phrase that pays, and the phrase that pays was, "It doesn't matter the length or the girth, just beat the hell out of the sides." And I had to say that.
Oh my God. Buzz, you said that?
I find it hard to believe, but I may have.
It seems weird you would have said it. Go ahead, please. You're on the line.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
How you doing, Johnny?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
You're in Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
Land of the Loons, baby. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I've been here for 10 years from Illinois, northern Illinois, right by the Wisconsin line there.
Michael Wilbon, pardon the interruption, Michael Wilbon is also in Scottsdale, Arizona. Go ahead, please.
I know, it's just nice to hear you guys again. It's been a while, a long while, but it's great to hear you guys again, absolutely.
It's very kind.
I hope it goes well. You're just doing Saturdays for now, but hopefully it goes well, and be cool to see bumper stickers again. Is that
I don't know what you know as much as I do. Don't know what's going to happen here. We're just doing it because we really want to do it. We just want to talk to people. We feel as isolated as you guys do, so we have a studio. Might as well use it and do something with it. But how do you like Phoenix? Where do you live in Phoenix?
I'm in northern Phoenix, close to Scottsdale.
Yeah, man, that place just grew up, didn't it? Just blew up, man. Thanks for listening. Hello, 8335 JB Show. Go.
Johnny B, it's Rob in Elmhurst. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Rob, what's up?
Not much. Just want to say, great to hear both you and Buzz back on the airways. It's something that I've been dying for since I moved back to Chicagoland 4 years ago, and it's just so wonderful. And hopefully, maybe it's a good memory, maybe it's not, but I was one of the guys that helped coordinate when you came out to Los Angeles to do your TV show out there.
Yeah.
When you had Brigitte Nielsen, Tina Louise, I was the guy who coordinated. I think we had like 100 native Chicagoans out there for you that night.
That is really weird that I did a scene with Brigitte Nielsen And I think also at the show was Willie Dixon was at that show.
That's right.
Willie
I played
Dixon.
with him.
Yeah, and Buzz played with Willie Dixon.
That's right.
Willie Dixon was on that show. That's just crazy. At Burbank, those TV stories, believe me, when they come out, when I start seeing these out of my brain, you are going to go crazy with some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that I will tell you. And Fred Silverman, our partner in crime there, had passed away too. He's dead. So I can tell any story I want now. 833-5JB Show. Go ahead, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Can you hear me, John?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Steve in Las Vegas again. I just wanted to reminisce about one thing.
Go ahead.
You remember back in AM 1000 days, I had won a contest with my grandparents. They're both since passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the grandparents game, and I don't know if you still have any of the little nuggets of he went to take a leak and all that stuff. It was the best radio bit you had on AM 1000.
And I think the grandparents game was you call them and make them cough, or are you choking, or whatever it was. I mean, I even did that with my own grandfather, Grandpa Phil. Go ahead, please. You're on the line.
Time for the memory.
Hey, Bob Hope. Wait, Bob Hope.
This is Bob Ballsack of Just Hope. Getcha. Check it out, the shit show. I gotta tell you, I had a shit show the other day. My diaper exploded in the Oldsmobile. That was a wild ride.
Bob Hope calling from the dead. This is unbelievable.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Kirk Douglas and Gary Coleman, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about different strokes. Yeah. Ain't that something?
Yeah, it is.
How about that Dorothy Lamour? Yeah. I'd like Lamour that winking pink brownie cake right there. That's a wild.
All right.
I gotta tell you, I haven't dreamed of snakes since Eisenhower. Thanks for the memory.
Yeah. There he is. That's the first psychic greeting from a dead dude. Bob Hope. Calling from the dead. Yeah. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. So we know that in Georgia, the essential services are open. You can bowl in Georgia.
Essential.
That is essential. There's no question about that. We know they're all very, very important. And I told you last week on one of these shows, I told you that if you're a business and you believe you're essential and you need to be open, then please send us your own commercial or send me some information about your business, and I will do my best to plug it. Okay? Just a second. Let me dial this guy first because this is very, very essential. I don't want to tip anybody off as I'm dialing him, so I'll tell you in a second. Essential services. Now, if he's listening live, they would hear it. Hello?
Hello?
Turn your, whatever you got on, turn it off. Is your name Chris Smith?
Yes.
Okay, get off whatever you're doing. This is Jonathan Brandmeier. This is Johnny B calling you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
What do I have to turn off? I'm sorry. I'm caught up here.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to catch you off the air. That's how I want to get you people. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm all good now.
Okay, now, I want you to focus for a second because when I tell people this, they're going to think I'm making it up. You are a business, right?
I am.
Okay. And you sent me a note that said that you, Johnny, I have a small business in Wakanda, Illinois, and I manufacture an interesting product that I would like to advertise.
Correct.
I manufacture hummingbird rings that allow the user to feed hummingbirds from their hand.
This is correct.
We'll call. Don't call us. We'll call you. You put your number on it, and I dialed it. All right, now, let me be clear. But you have to see this picture. You have to see it. Okay, Chris, here you go. Sell your product. Explain to us why you are an essential business. Go.
Because people are sitting at home doing nothing, and what better thing to do than hand feed a hummingbird?
Describe it, what we're talking about. Describe your product. Remember now, you got a shot. You got one shot. Make it happen. Do it.
Okay, so I came up with the idea. We feed birds at our house, and one day I'm like, hey, why don't I put together something where we can hand feed them? So I developed a ring. I prototyped it. I got a patent on it, and I started selling them. And I sell a ton of them all around the country on Amazon, and yeah, it's on the video. It's my stepdaughter, Madison.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Hey, Buzz, wait 1 second. Buzz, can you go to Amazon.com?
I'm doing it right now.
What do we type in? What do we type in, Chris?
Okay, so go to the website. The website is Zoomer, ZUMMR.com, and there's a video of my stepdaughter hand feeding the hummingbird.
Okay.
I
want Buzz
go
to
to
see it.
Amazon and see what.
No.
They got.
Yeah, we want to go to Amazon. What do we type in when we go to Amazon? I don't order anything from anywhere but Amazon. Tell me what it is we're typing in when we go to your.
Okay, just go search on Amazon. Just type Zoomer.
Zoomer.
ZUMMR.
ZUMMR.
Correct.
Okay, now while Buzz is doing that, I want to continue the dialogue here because you hear so many people that come up with ideas. But may I say. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This is the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life, Chris. It's just, how do you...
No, it works.
How do you know? Are you looking at it?
Looking at it.
Buzz, will you
no,
describe...
it does work.
Wait a second. Buzz, describe... Chris, hold on. You're the salesman. I want to hear what Buzz is as a guy who has no vested interest in this. Buzz, what are you looking at right now? Describe what you're looking at.
Well, it's the Zoomer hummingbird ring feeder. This one's red, $4.99, $1.99 shipping, and you just put it on, and it.
Yeah.
When you put the ring on in your hand, there's a nice little dish,
right,
sized for a hummingbird, and the hummingbird theoretically
so stupid.
Flies into the palm of your hand, which I've never seen a hummingbird do, but I've never had a ring feeding it. And he just, he hovers, apparently, the hummingbird.
Hey, Chris.
And sticks his beak in the middle of the bowl.
So, now, folks, if you're just joining us, you're going to think this is the kind of email that I get that we go through. It's like going through crazy town. Now, okay, so I said essential businesses need to advertise. I'll help you advertise. But here's the thing: you're sitting around. Where are you again?
I'm in Wakanda.
Let me be clear on one thing. Did Buzz just aptly describe what it is your product does, and what is the product called again?
It's Zoomer. It's a Zoomer hummingbird ring. ZUMMR.
Okay, now wait a minute. Why don't you call it something with? Why don't you just call it hummingbird ring or a ring bird? Why Zoomer?
I'm trying to come up with a brand. So Zoomer is what I came up with, and I could get the website. So
okay,
kind of why.
Let me be clear. In the odd, weird, way out there, a chance that I would be searching for a ring to put on my finger so I could feed a hummingbird, I would type in hummingbird feeder. And you're saying search for Zoomer.
Well, if you search for hummingbird feeder, it'll come up as well.
Buzz, what did you use? Did you use Zoomer, Buzz?
Yeah.
Okay, now. Okay.
And that's all. That word got me to where I am here. Zoomer. Why is there no E at the between the M and the R?
Chris?
Why is it?
Because I couldn't get Zoomer with an E for the website.
No, all right. I'm telling you. Chris, listen to me. We want to help you, but you screwed up right out the get-go. You spelled the word wrong. You didn't put hummingbird in the word. We want to help you sell these.
Come on.
No, listen to me. We want to help you sell these things and help these people. Right now, even if you don't care about what he's saying, you'd probably sitting at your computer. If you are around there, know you're punching it in, because I would. Because when I saw this email, I thought, well, who's that girl in the picture with the little birds? Looks, who's that? Is that your daughter?
That's my stepdaughter, Madison.
Okay, there's Madison. So I'm looking at it and I'm thought, this is not a joke. This dude's serious.
Right.
Okay.
There are people that purchased it and were disappointed.
Read it. Read them. Let me see. Read a couple.
Just got.
Come on.
And these are just, there are plenty of other people that got them and are happy, but I went to the negative first. Just got my
so-called.
Give me the
positive.
Okay, I will do that. Just this is the first one I saw.
Chris, listen. You got to take the good with the bad, the yin with the yang.
I know, I get it.
But hold on. But it's unique that you've done this. But go ahead.
Just got my so-called kit. All that was in it was a stupid plastic tube and a fake flower.
Okay.
Where's all the stuff that is supposed to come with it? Returning it tomorrow, what a ripoff. Now that
so those are the reviews that so Amazon fulfills these, so there does come some problems. They come broken. I've worked out some of those details. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, so we're working through it. But it's been pretty good.
Get in the phone, dude. Stay right in that phone.
Okay. I'm in the phone. I'm sorry.
There you go. Don't move your mouth from it. Now listen to me. This is interesting. So you send me the email and you go, By the way, you had me at I manufacture hummingbird rings that allow the user to hand feed hummingbirds. I thought this guy is smoking pot right here in the U.S. You make everything in the U.S. But here's what I'm fascinated by. I've always been fascinated by the entrepreneur in people, the spirit of let's think of some idea and do it. So you sit around and you go, hey, take me through that process real quick. You go, hey, you know what? We like to feed birds by hand, or we like to feed birds, hummingbirds. Why don't we feed them from hand? That's what you said in the beginning of this call, right?
That's correct.
And that
we've had hummingbird feeders. We feed hummingbirds, and I'm like, why don't we hand feed some hummingbirds? So I have some CAD software. I drew up some designs. I have a 3D printer, so I printed up some ideas to see if it would work. And you got to train the hummingbirds a little bit. It doesn't.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me make a note of this. Okay, not only do I have to buy the ring that goes on my finger, and that goes the bird, and then I got to. Wait a minute, that's a pigeon. Hold on a minute. Oh no, that's a hawk just landed on my finger. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh my God, a frickin' robin. Wait, hold on. Okay, now wait a second.
How do you get the hummingbirds to submit to classes or lessons or?
Wait a minute.
They're so classy.
Only Buzz would ask it that way. I would just ask it, how the hell do you train a hummingbird?
So you have a hummingbird feeder out there, a normal one that you hang from, a hook on your deck.
A starter feeder.
You put up. If you already feed hummingbirds, that's a good start.
Oh yeah, great
and then
start.
You put it by flowers.
Yeah.
Because the hummingbirds will eat from flowers.
Mm-hmm.
You put your ring near that. When they start eating from the ring, then you put it on your finger.
Oh, man, that is okay, I guess, like I said, I'm so curious about people in this world, and Chris Smith there in Wakanda, Illinois, I guess that's where you are, right? Is that what it says?
Yes.
Who have manufactured a hummingbird ring that allows you to feed hummingbirds after you train them.
And let me just,
I still don't get
somebody who's very happy with their purchase.
Go ahead.
My hummingbirds love their new feeder. I love the fact that the nectar has been lasting longer, probably because of the dark color and lower temperatures. With my old feeders, I was having to change the nectar every 3 days. Now it lasts for up to a week. Despite other concerns that the feeder is too deep, my hummers have had no trouble lapping up the sugary goodness and did a great job almost emptying the feeder while I was away on vacation. He goes on, but
it's creepy. I got to tell you, man, as you're reading that, Buzz, I'm sitting here going to myself, what am I doing? I'm in my basement. We're quarantined. I'm talking to a guy. I mean, what have I done? Why didn't I
You need a hummingbird feeder. You need to get outside and hand feed them.
I should have just quit while I was behind. Oh my God! It's like what? And wait a minute. Oh, I'm sitting here listening. I'm not getting paid. I'm talking to this guy. So Buzz is reading a story from Amazon. And it's funny that someone takes the time. All these Amazon reviews, which I kind of do gravitate towards it. I always do.
Right.
Hey, that looks great. Oh, this sucks. Okay, I'm not getting that one.
Right.
But the fact is that I have to give this to you no matter how much fun we're having with you. It's a real thing, and you thought of it. It's what you wanted to do. Did your wife or kid? That's your kid. There. How many? You have a wife yet or no? After this.
Yes. I have a wife.
Yeah, not for long if he doesn't sell any. Okay. Now, so Chris, did anyone give you any pushback on this? Anyone when you gave your idea and you said, I got an idea. I want to feed hummingbirds by putting a ring finger on, and they'll land. I want to hear that pitch, and they'll land on your finger, and they will eat right off your finger. What do you think about that? Did anyone say, are you stupid? Did they say that? Are you nuts? Get out of here.
No, so they already know that I'm nuts, so that kind of falls into that category. I'm an inventor to begin with. I have other patents, so this was actually a little bit more, down to earth than the other ones, I guess.
What are the other ones? Right now, Buzz and I will be like potential investors. Sell me on your other ones because this one hard to beat. But go ahead, one more. Give me one more. Wait. Remember, lead with your best. Don't give me all. Give me what you think is great, and we'll tell you if it is or isn't. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have two other I was a fireman for 20 years, and my other two products are really public service related. One is a ice ladder for divers, because I was a diver, and then the other one is an underwater
Chris,
body bag.
Chris,
Did you say an ice ladder?
Yeah, Chris, we don't know what you're saying. Slow down. Get in the phone. What is an ice ladder?
So as a diver, when we search for bodies, we have to go under the ice as a diver.
And they're going to be looking for yours after this, but go ahead.
Right. So to get out of the water as a diver, it's very difficult on the ice. So I created a ladder to get out of the ice. It hooks to the ice, and the diver can do their dive and then climb out with the ladder.
Well, that seems like a good idea.
Not only is it good, let me give you the application for it if you want to put it in your sales thing too, for ice fishermen.
Couldn't they fall in?
Well, yeah, like there's floatable ice fishing suits. I live on the ice in the winter, man, and I tell you right now, wait, what would I do with the ice ladder? They just put it in my hole?
On your own time.
Yeah.
I'm putting my mask back on. I'm putting it over my mouth and tying it.
Okay, go ahead.
And then the other one's a body bag. So I have a body bag, an ice ladder, and a hummingbird feeder.
A body bag? What do you mean? Just a regular body bag, like a body bag?
It's for the it's a diving product as well.
Wait! It's a body bag just in case your ice ladder doesn't work.
Yes. Right.
Hey man.
So yeah, it's a very diverse product line.
Hey man, hey dude, whatever your name is there, hummingbird, shitwad, listen to me. I want to ask you something. How about developing something like that where you put your finger out and a bed bug gets up on in it?
Sure, I'll get on it.
There you go, JB. Suck it.
All right. I don't know why Billy the bed. All right. So now, forget those other things, the ice ladder and a body bag. Who wants that? Here's what we want. We want a hummingbird. That's what we want, a hummingbird feeder. With all this time I gave you, could you give some away?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I have no one to take your information down.
I don't know. Can't do a giveaway.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't even give it away. Fine. I think maybe people are finally going, I think he's serious. He's not by himself. Think about it.
He is.
Wait. It's like,
hey, it's a great Mother's Day gift.
Oh yeah, sure. My mom. Hey mom, you know what I have for you? I got a ring. You put it on your finger. Play this one out at home. Got a ring. Put it on your finger, and then a hummingbird lands on your finger and eats off your finger. But that sounds great, John. That's so exciting. Oh wait, first you have to train it. Craziness. How do I train it, you dumbass? All right.
I mean, people that feed hummingbirds are crazy anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah,
we're crazy people.
It's just so weird, Chris. But listen, we did ask businesses out there to go ahead and send us emails. brandmeiershow@gmail.com. You spell Brandmeier, BRANDMEIER, Brandmeier. Oh, man. I need to gargle again. brandmeiershow@gmail.com. That's where Chris sent his. Chris, how could we give people away? Can you give a number? How about the first, you would promise me the first 5 people to call you, get a hummingbird ring feeder. Could you do?
How about we do this? How about we do an email? Would be easier.
What do you mean?
You can email me.
Well, how do we know you're going to really give these away?
Oh, I absolutely will.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe we let this slip. How much?
What do you mean? How much?
How much do they cost?
$4.99.
They're $4.99.
Oh, you did say $4.99.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's a bargain.
Yeah.
Did you get a training manual with it?
Yes, you do.
Okay. You do.
Is there some way that you can initially attract the hummingbirds to yourself? I mean,
Yeah. So yeah, you put the I mean, if you have flowers, I mean, they eat from flowers. That's typically what they eat from. But if you had another hummingbird feeder, a regular one, not like mine, and you sit near it, they'll go to any flower that's in the area. They need a little thing that trust you, though. But
yeah. I mean, I'm writing all this down, Chris. I'm writing it down. First, you got to train it. Then they have to learn to trust you, and then the hummingbird will land on your finger.
You have to earn their trust.
Yeah, you have to earn the Get off me! Get the hell off me! Now, let me. I see. So your stepdaughter's the one that we're going to see in the video. She's wearing sunglasses. She's the one with only 3 fingers. Is that the one? Is that her? Yeah, she's so cute. She's got 3 fingers, and
I had to train her to sit still too.
Yeah.
So I had to train her and the hummingbirds as a process.
Dad, you didn't tell me crows would land on my finger. And I mean, come on, get off of me! All right, so what do you want to do? You want to give these away? Go ahead, give your address out and go ahead. Promise me you'll give them away. Go ahead.
So email me at info@zoomer ZUMMR.com. And the first 5 emails, I'll send a free one.
Well, Buzz, do you want one?
No.
I don't. I haven't seen. I
have no access to hummingbirds. I mean, I just don't.
Well, you don't have an there's no outside by you?
I have no access to hummingbirds. Do I?
You got a backyard going for you.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
you can throw up some stuff that'll attract the hummingbirds. Then do you have to capture them to train them?
No.
Yeah, Mr. Big Shot, Mr. JB, finger up his butt. He got a backyard and he's all bragging about it. He's a trainer hummingbird. Kiss my ass.
All right, Billy. All right, this is very weird. Buzz is jealous because I have a backyard. That's number 1. Number 2, I've got to earn the trust. And Buzz, now it's funny because I look behind me and I can see outside. I don't see hummingbird. Now I got to tell you, Chris Smith, is that your last name, Chris Smith?
That's my last name.
I got to tell you, I'm going to be looking so forward to now paying attention to hummingbirds. But do you put something? You said you do put something in your finger, right? Like a nectar of some type, right?
Sugar water.
All right, I've had enough of you. Don't call us. We'll call you. All right, you promise now you're going to give some away, right?
I 100%.
And if you want to see what we're talking about, if you just joined us or you're about ready to blow your head off, go to Amazon.com and check out Zoomer, spelled incorrectly. Goodbye, Chris.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I said we'd help businesses. I didn't say we'd help, like first responders or anything. We'd help the people
essential businesses.
People are on the front lines of helping hummingbirds survive the quarantine. Oh, my Lord. That's creepy.
It's creepy.
It certainly is creepy. Nice. Oh, man. Let's take a quick break with some live Love Dart Lounge music. This is Love Dart Lounge, where we had musical performers come into the studio. And by the way, if you want to send an email, we always look at them. Don't worry about it. And if you're a business or you're just nuts, like half of you are, brandmeyershow@gmail.com. Voicemail 833 Loon Line. Edgar Winter was in the Love Dart Lounge with us performing. He's one of my favorite dudes of all time. Turned out to be a good friend of mine, too. And his lovely wife, Monique. Edgar Winter in the Love Dart Lounge. Edgar, you warmed up? Sounds good to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Edgar Winter.
I'm going to get down and do a little blues for you all. That's all right.
And his favorite thing to play with used to be my good old shoe. Well, I wish I had a woman who was half as good and true. Woo, woo, woo. To keep me out of trouble the way he used to do. Someone I can depend on, just like that good old shoe. Here we come, look out. A good old shoe, a good old shoe. Whatever road you're walking, he will get you through. A good old shoe, a good old shoe. Stand up straight and proud the way he taught you to. And you might even get to heaven with a soul like that good old shoe. Look out, I'm gonna play a little slide for you. Told me, hang on to what you got. Just smile and be thankful, even if it's not a lot. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. So look before you leap, boy. Use your common sense. You might get kicked around and stepped on, but that ain't nothing new. No, no, no. And if you got a leg to stand on, don't give up on that good old shoe. Here we come one more time. A good old shoe, a good old shoe. Whatever road you're walking, he will get you through. A good old shoe, a good old shoe. Stand up straight and proud the way he taught you to. And you might even get to heaven with a soul like that good old shoe. And you might even get to heaven with a soul like that good old shoe. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Edgar Winter. Edgar Winter.
That is so
Was
good.
that on Wag the Dog?
Wag the Dog. Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. Willie Nelson sings it in the movie.
Edgar Winter is beyond talented, right? You played with him, right? Remember, Buzz, at the...
Yeah, and he's such a nice guy,
The
too.
sweetest, kindest, nicest dude you will ever meet, Edgar Winter. I love that guy. I really do.
It's creepy.
It is kind of creepy. Remember that commercial he did with George Hamilton?
Yes, I do.
It's creepy. It's creepy. Oh, man. Is this somebody said there's a hummingbird song here. I don't like that. That's crap. And Buzz, did you watch The Last Dance yet or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
Clear on that? Got it.
But I mean, don't make it out that I don't care about that. Because
I didn't.
I really
I didn't.
do care about it. It's
I
just
didn't.
I can't. I have to find the right time to watch it.
We'll
So I can
find
devote-
the right time. Everybody's quarantined to death. You know what I'm catching
I'm
up on?
busy.
Better Call Saul. Do you like Better Call Saul?
I don't watch it, but I'm going to start.
Oh, Bobby Odenkirk is in that. This is really weird. We released, and it's going to be on brandmeiershow.com. I don't think it's on yet. I don't know, but it's on Facebook. It's me and Robert Smigel, who is, it's me, Robert Smigel, Bob Odenkirk, who is Saul in Better Call Saul, Saul Goodman, and Robert Smigel, Bob Odenkirk, and Chris Farley, the superfans. It's us doing a superfan quick segment about the Bulls live at Ditka's. That is on Facebook.
Isn't Robert Smigel gone?
No, he was also Robert Smigel, one of the great writers, Conan, everybody else, but he was also Triumph, the incel dog.
Yeah.
What a talented group of dudes. Bob, and when I'm talking to Bob Odenkirk, I'm looking at it, I go, I didn't know, when they come out as the super fans, they got the mustache, the beard, and here they're the Bulls. So I didn't put it together that was Bobby Odenkirk. There it was, Odenkirk and Chris Farley doing the dance, and we tried to defibrillate him on the ground. Oh, man, we talk about talent. Holy smokes. That's there. Michael Wilbon, ESPN, coming up. Hold on, you're still ringing here? Go ahead, please. Yes, you're on the line. Go ahead.
Johnny?
Yes.
Johnny B?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I was calling to see if you got my Where Are They Now segment.
What are the questions? What are the questions?
No, my Where Are They Now segment was the Grandma Ginger tapes I sent you.
Grandma Ginger. You mean Grandma Ganja?
No, Grandma Ginger. Do you remember you used to play my mom?
Oh, yes.
Crazy voicemails.
Remind me of that.
You said you wanted to do a Where Are They Now segment, so I sent you an email with the whole Where Are They Now, Grandma Ginger. She's still alive. She's 80. She's still watching kids, and she's still leaving crazy messages.
Yeah, she's not. No, I didn't. Listen. Stop. I didn't get it, but if you did send it to me, I want to check those out.
I emailed it.
Excellent. I will look at it because I definitely want to play those. If you have those kind of archive requests, let me know. We will look for them, and we will get them out there. Hello, go ahead, please. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Your old drops.
You're in the stream.
I have a request for 2 of your old drops.
Sure, go ahead.
2 of your old drops you used to play.
Go ahead.
One was Whack His Pee-Pee. Remember that one? And
Sure.
you used to have another one that would say, oh, boy, was that bad?
Sure, got it. Okay, I'll tell you, it's not. Thank you. It's nothing like the request. If you're talking about the number one request I'm getting from email, and I just still don't know why it is, but it's Mickey Rooney saying, my 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered. Right?
Murdered.
Right. Okay. That is, to me, and it's like, it's not just one person. It's like.
All right. That has a life of its own on Facebook.
I still don't understand it. So it's one line. The great Mickey Rooney, the actor, the kid actor, everybody must know who Mickey Rooney is, whether he's old or not. Mickey Rooney. He's in the studio, and he says the line.
My 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered.
Okay. He says that line. Okay. Now, why did he say it? He was talking. This is an 18-second clip of him just talking about it. He says, my 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered.
My 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered.
Murdered. There's a couple of things that go like that. Murdered, and think about it, and maybe. They're in my head, and I just always just say them. There's no question about it. Right? Okay, so he says that, and then in the other room, the producers, they start laughing. So apparently that line stuck. It didn't hit me at the moment as to see. And here's how it went down.
My 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered, which is in the book.
Yeah.
And
but you can still get that book. To go back to the book for a second.
I don't know how you can laugh after that.
Okay, now hold on. So you got to understand something. So it's me and Mickey Rooney. We're in the studio as we are alone. Over to the left, Mickey can look into the glass and see the producers. Back in the day when we had. Remember the day when we used to have people behind the glass?
Right.
And that's what he's reacting to, just to be clear on the setup.
My 5th wife, Barbara.
Oh, yeah. One was Artie Kennedy. Artie Kennedy, who turned beet red, because I lifted my head up and looked in there, and his face was red. And I think it could have been Carol Harmon in there. I'm not sure, but it could have been. That's not important right now, but yes. And nobody knows who we're talking about anyway, so, okay. So he looks at it.
My 5th wife, Barbara, was murdered, which is in the book.
Yeah.
But
you can still get that book. To go back
I don't
to the
know
book
how you
for a
can laugh
second.
after that out there. I see some people outside.
Yeah.
Barbara having been
who
murdered.
is outside?
That's a funny thing. But no, just somebody that evidently didn't understand what I was talking about.
Yeah, right. They didn't understand that your 5th wife.
Or did understand.
But think about that line. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, they did understand. 5th wife Barbara was murdered. Oh, how'd she get murdered? I should have asked that question. Shouldn't I have? That was a bad interview. I should have just said, wait a minute, dude. Mickey Rooney, dude. You just said.
How did she get murdered?
Yeah,
Murdered.
how did your wife get murdered? How did she get murdered? Right. And that's another thing. Whenever I think about that, I always think about that one guy called in with this line.
I'm twice a widower myself.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Well, my first wife, she died. She drank some poisonous soup at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second wife, she died of strangulation.
Mm-hmm. And
she wouldn't drink her soup.
She wouldn't drink her soup. That's the greatest line. That's just the greatest line in the world. It's fantastic. I just love it. She wouldn't drink the soup. Ay, ay, ay. You people, honestly, you're all nuts. But it is weird. Oh, and the other thing is, the other request we get is, hold on. It's Danny Glover. We're calling Danny Glover. Okay, this one's, oh, wait a minute. Hey, Johnny, I think we desperately need Cesar Romero commercial for Cuties orange slices. It would be awesome.
They're very small.
That's still today. That's a story just blows me away. We're talking about, if you didn't hear episode 3 last week, Gilbert Gottfried's on the show, and he is telling us a story. I don't even know where it came from. Cesar Romero, the guy who played the Joker, and how he'd bend over and throw orange slices into his butt crack. This came from Greg on Facebook. I will never feed my kids oranges again. You have now burned that image in my brain. That makes sense. This guy says, I listened to the podcast. I told my family I want the exact same funeral as you. My father just passed away recently, and it came up. And my wife said the same thing as your brothers. That's probably illegal. What he's referring to is, when I die, I want to be put into a rowboat, cover me up like a Viking funeral, and then I want my brothers to shoot arrows at me and burn it.
Flaming arrows.
Flaming arrows, yeah. And then the boat burns up, puts me in my favorite lake at the bottom of that lake. Why go through the trouble of burning me in an oven and then bringing me to the lake? All right, just burn me in the boat the way I want to go. I told them to cremate me first, but then mix my ashes into a papier-mâché effigy of me. I said, while you're at it, exaggerate the size of my penis to get everybody talking. I told my wife that when everyone looks and starts whispering, just smile and shake your head like, oh, yeah, he's the real deal. In other words, he wants to make himself like a papier-mâché him. He wants to make a papier-mâché of his body, but he wants to have a real large wiener in it. This is so weird. You people are all just weird. I want to be placed in a boat and floated out in a lake where my best friend will fire flaming arrows while shirtless. My wife rolls her eyes, but I am putting this in my will, and I'm not kidding. Best regards. Hey. Oh, wait, let me see this. Okay, wait, one more here. Hold on a second. When we say, don't call us, we'll call you, we really mean it. You can put your number on your emails, and sometimes we call you, sometimes we don't. This is another Buzz essential business, just like bowling. Okay? Let's see if this guy picks up.
Hello.
Hello, what is your name Sam?
Yes, it is. Who is this?
My name is Jonathan Brandmeier. That's Buzz Kilman over there.
Hello.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for the call.
Yeah. You sent me an email that says here I have a bra store in Chandler, Arizona. A bra store, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
hold on. Here from Chicago.
Hold on. It says here we closed because of the virus. Can you help get people shopping with us? It's not a sex shop. It's bras for women with big boobs.
That's right. We sell sizes up to K.
Up to K.
What's K?
K, well, you got D, double D, triple D, but European sizes are D, E, F. So you go D, E, F, G, H, I, J, all the way to K.
No, wait, so K is like, could you give me an example of a woman like Morgana or somebody? Who's an example of a woman who has a size K bra?
It's probably a K.
No. So K is like the biggest, right? The biggest you can get, right?
Yeah, K. I think Dolly's probably a K.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. So it says
I
here.
don't really know. I'm a guy.
Well, you're a guy but you have a bra shop in Chandler, Arizona. So let me be clear on this. Then, not a sex shop. It's for women with big boobs, as you said. That's your word, not mine. Me too, folks. It's not me. It's not. It's not a chain or anything. Just me and my wife selling bras in the desert. Go to Belle. Go ahead. You tell us where to go. LaBelleLissetteLingerie.com.
You actually got it right. Everybody messes that up. Belle Lisette. It's French for pretty lace. Belle Lisette.
BelleLissetteLingerie.com.
Good job.
And it's boobs, ladies with big boobs with great bras for all sizes. They will fit them. Right.
Yeah. A lot of women that look for big sizes have a hard time finding pretty bras in their size. They get stuck with like the black or the white one and the nude one. There's not a lot of choices, so we focus on giving them a lot of pretty ones,
All right.
in the bigger sizes. Like go beyond. Like Nordstrom would be a good place where you would shop for some of the stuff we sell.
That sounds
Only
good.
We go further, Yeah.
May I offer a bit of advice?
All day.
Let me give you a bit of advice, just something to help you sell more bras in Chandler, Arizona. It is essential business. People need to have their bras. I would add to the bras a hummingbird feeder. If you listen to the show, it'll make sense to you. Chris, best of luck to you.
Yeah, I was listening for a little while today.
Best of luck for you. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for putting it out.
You got it, man. There it goes. Don't call us. We'll call you. And his is BelleLissetteLingerie.com. He sells giant
Yeah, somebody ought to.
Giant boob bras. Yeah, I guess somebody should.
Want to know how Mickey Rooney's fifth wife was murdered?
Yeah, yes, please.
She and Mickey were having trouble in their marriage, and while they were separated, she took up with an actor, a Yugoslavian,
those guys
known for a volcanic temper.
Yeah. Oh.
And let's see, his name is
not important. It's Yugoslavian.
It's
They're
a
all the
funny
same.
name. His name was Milosevic.
Yeah, you just wanted to say it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Go ahead.
I spent a lot of time.
Go
looking
ahead.
for this.
Yeah.
So when Mickey and Barbara got together and decided they would reconcile, when Mickey said the first thing he'll do is take the children. So Barbara, the fifth wife, decided that she didn't really want to be with the Yugoslavian, who by that time was living with her in their house, Mickey's house. He was in a hotel room.
Yeah.
So she went to tell him the next day that they're going to break up. He has to leave, and she and Mickey are going to reconcile. And nobody heard from her for the 24 hours. And finally, somebody went over there and broke into the house and found Barbara murdered in her bedroom.
When you say Barbara, just pause. Just say it line again, because we're recording this for NPR. Go ahead.
When they found Barbara,
my fifth wife, Barbara, was murdered.
Yeah, she was on the bedroom floor. With a gunshot wound to the face.
What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Barbara.
My fifth wife, Barbara, was murdered.
Right.
And on top of her, the Yugoslavian was lying also dead.
Oh,
he shot himself. He killed her, shot himself, murder-suicide.
When she told him she was married
apparently
to
he did have a volcanic temper
that made him shoot himself. That's how mad he would get at people.
Right.
He'd get so mad at himself, he'd shoot himself. That's how mad it was. But once she found out that Mickey Rooney was her ex, maybe that made him kill himself because he didn't want to visit. Mickey Rooney would come over and tell these stories in like 2 hours. But Mickey Rooney, oh my God. I don't know why that resonated with people, but we got the request. Ladies and gentlemen, we got your instant request. Please don't ask for that again.
My fifth wife, Barbara, was murdered, which is in the book.
Yeah.
And,
but you can still get that book. To go back
I don't
to the
know
book
how you
for
can
a
laugh
second.
after that out there.
Yeah.
I see some people outside.
Yeah.
Barbara having been
who
murdered.
is outside?
That's a funny thing.
That's a funny thing.
But no, just somebody that evidently didn't understand what I
No,
was
they
talking
didn't
about.
understand it. Of course they didn't. Why would you understand that your fifth wife, Barbara, was murdered? He wouldn't understand it. Makes perfect sense. The things they like. I don't know, man. All right, listen.
He got married 3 times after that also.
See, I don't understand anybody. First of all, I don't know about you. I got one. That's it. I've always said this. If anything, I am never, ever getting married again. Never.
I'll never say never, but I know what you're saying.
Why? Okay, why would you get married? What's the point of it? There's no point. No, seriously. You get married. What right now? You've already been married once. What are you gonna do? Get married again?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't prepared to get married the first time
for
the same reason. Why get married? Get married?
I'll never forget that, man. People were shocked that Buzz got married. So shocked.
And you know why I got married?
And you were forced to, probably.
Well, I don't know, but what does that mean? I was forced to because the little lady wanted to. And, if you don't do it, you're going to lose the little lady.
Oh, wait a minute now. I'd never heard that part. What do you mean?
Well,
so she said, why couldn't you have said?
It was never like nobody said that. Nobody said, if we don't get married, I'm gone.
Yeah.
But that's what it came to, and I can tell that. I can tell you either have to do it or get off the pond.
Really?
Yeah.
So but there was a moment in time where you knew if I don't say, okay, will you marry me? And for people that don't know, your wife now is departed up there with Bob Hope.
Right. And Mickey Rooney.
And Mickey Rooney and his 5th wife, who was also murdered. Right? So that there was no. Did you even try to negotiate out of it? Because I know there's people out there listening probably say, I want to get out of it if I could.
No, because it was a situation that like bubbled for about a year.
Yeah.
And I thought, what do you want to do here? And it turns out that I'd do whatever is necessary to keep her from leaving.
Right. Wow. Hey. I think this harmonizer just blew up. Hold on, that man, all kinds of stuff blowing up here today. Wow. But I'm glad it worked out.
And there's
some great years.
One of the reasons that I didn't feel the need to legalize the relationship was she wasn't really interested in having kids.
Yeah.
I said, what's the point then? Why are we getting married? And
that's for you to say that this is beyond belief. And now when you look at the beautiful Piper, aren't you happy you said it?
Yeah.
Right? Wait a minute. You said that with, yeah. Like that.
Well, 3 years into the marriage, we were on vacation in Jamaica having a fabulous dinner at some restaurant. And she said, something's on my mind. Well, what's that, Dame? I think I would like to have a child. Mm-hmm. And then looks to me for some idea of the response. And I thought about it. I said, well, and these are my exact words, I have nothing better to do.
Oh, boy. Were those your wedding vows, too? Yeah. Do you, Buzz, take the beautiful Amy to be your lawfully wedded bride? Well,
I have nothing better to do.
I got nothing better to do, I guess. Yeah. I got nothing better to do.
It's a beautiful story, man.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful story. But that's just the way I would think you would kind of approach it. I shouldn't be surprised by the fact that that's how you did it. Because I don't see you being a romantic in any way, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I have moments, I have to work myself up into the into the romantic frenzy.
I got to work myself up. What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't think in those terms really.
Yeah.
But other people do, and you have to accommate other people if you want to have a relationship.
Yeah. Oh, I got to write this down to you. So I mean it's not all about me? Wait a minute. Hold on a second, pal.
And that's the big leap. It's not about me.
Yeah.
Because up till now, it's all about me.
Right.
And suddenly, as things go on, you do the marriage, you raise it. Suddenly, nothing's about you.
Yeah. Right. And how does it happen where they just get control and you didn't know it was even happening underneath? The first thing Lisa did, she gets to Phoenix and she looks in my condo, and I had like old style signs up. I had beer things, fishing heads, this and that. I come home from work, it's gone.
That's right.
What's going on here? I wish I would have made more soup.
I'm twice a widower myself.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Well, my first wife, she died. She drank some poisonous soup at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second wife, she died of strangulation.
Mm-hmm. And
she wouldn't drink her soup.
The best joke ever, my lady.
My lady.
I wonder why that doesn't work. Let me see someone.
Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's just a little loud. Hold on a second. Let me turn it down. Oh, yeah, turn it down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's nice. There we go. Oh, I love the lady. Love it.
Okay, so do you remember then you had a proposal that you said, you actually said something like...
I said it in a foreign language.
Sorry, buddy. What?
That's right. I said it in a foreign language.
Really?
We were in Mexico.
Can you go ahead and repeat it?
I can't. No, I have no. I barely got it out the first time.
But it was. Did it say? Okay, what did it translate into then?
Would you? I don't know. Will you marry me? I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. And I said it walking the beach at sunset at Cabo San Lucas. Yeah. And when I finished saying, she looked at me and she said, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
I said, and then and then the whole thing sort of fell apart. I just said I'd like to get married, and and I have a ring here.
Starts mumbling. Did you say? Do you want to get married? Did you say, Buzzy, you want to marry me? All right, I understand that. When it comes out of your mouth, really, guys, you know what I'm saying? It comes out of your mouth like, "Will you marry me?" And you go, "Oh no, I didn't say that." Oh.
So that's why I said it in a foreign language.
Right, just in case. What does that mean you're saying, Buzz? Does it mean, what if she was fluent in Spanish? Next thing you know, you're married 50 years. Good Lord. That's weird, man. And what is this thing, while we're speaking of Mexicans, what is this thing? You sent me an email that said I'm having trouble because we were trying to connect during the week to see if this equipment was working again. And you wrote me an email. I'm going to paraphrase. I said something about Mexicans are taking over my internet.
I didn't say that.
Something like that.
Mexicans were in it. No, Mexico was in it. Somebody is trying to send all my money to Mexico. That's what I said.
Usually it's Nigeria. Why Mexico?
I don't know.
That makes sense.
I mean, I just got a notice from the bank that somebody had tried to send $1,080 to Mexico. I said, was it me? I said, no. I like to keep my money in this country.
Okay, but why would you even open an email like that? You know it's a scam.
No, it just says no. It was from the bank.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So someone got a hold of your email, hacked into it, and they were taking money and sending it to Mexico.
They weren't taking it. They were trying to take it.
Okay.
They were prevented.
Makes perfect sense to me now because we're getting a lot of weird voice messages and emails from. Well, listen.
Senor Brandmeier.
I want to be clear when I play this stuff. This isn't some bit we put together. This isn't some kind of wacky thing. These are listeners sending things. Oh, excuse me. Or El Chapo himself.
Yeah.
Sending things at brandmeiershow@gmail.com.
Senor Brandmeier. Senor Killman. I love Killman. I just love that. It speaks to me. Jonathan Brandmeier, Buzz Killman. This is El Chapo. You keep talking about building, starting from ground zero. But you have no bandwidth, amigo. You broke the internet last week. I'm sitting there. Someone say, Efe, Johnny B back on the internet. I said, no. So good, so excited. I have nothing to do, so you couldn't imagine what that meant to me. But then to find out.
And I am, of course, and it's not over yet. And I'm, going through the email and I'm listening to this and I'm not stopping. And I go, is he going to stop or no? He's just going to keep talking.
I log onto the internet. Don't ask how. But I log onto the internet and there's nothing there. I get bits of Brad Meyer. But there's nothing there on the internet.
There he goes.
Why would you not come to your friend, your pal, your amigo El Chapo and say, Efe, I need bandwidth. I get you bandwidth at good deal. Mm-hmm. Good deal.
Thank you.
Don't ask where it comes from. It could come from my neighbor's cell, who knows. But you call me, Jonathan, and Buzz. Do you have at the Porn Emporium a lad in and out?
All right. Yes, I do.
Welcome back, Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thank you, El Chapo. The series I watched on Netflix 10 times. Thank you, whoever you are, El Chapo. Thank you. Very nice. I appreciate it. But now I don't have to watch anything on Netflix, no stupid shows, except The Last Dance. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. I'm telling you, man, that's what you want to watch. Yeah. Boom. Dialing up. Hear it all. Michael Wilbon, pardon the interruption, ESPN. And I will tell you that the run that the Bulls had was the most amazing run. This is Dennis Rodman talking to me in studio after hour 27 of a live Make-A-Wish Foundation telethon I was doing on the air at the time. And the very last guy who walked in the 27th hour of us doing an interview for a show for 27 straight hours was Dennis Rodman. And I forgot how really, truly kind he was, but how jacked he was about those Chicago Bulls after hearing this. You brought a lot of fun to the Bulls, man. I mean, those were the great years.
Those are the great years. And Scotty, Michael, and Phil, all the boys. And
the weird thing about what the Bulls are doing, retiring Scotty's jersey, they're hanging him in the jersey. They're going to hang him up there. Him and the jersey.
Are you sure?
Yes, they're going to hang him there. He's got to hang there for the entire game. If the Bulls win, they're going to bring him down. I'm dead serious.
All right.
That's what I heard. I just hear that. I'm not kidding. Scottie Pippen will be hung in the rafters if the Bulls lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Does this get you excited when you hear that?
You know what? That's just that song. Just that
right.
song just make you like, but...
You're Chicago Bull, right?
But you know what, though? You heard it so much, but it's more like people just waiting just to hear that song and wait to see like the greatest team of all time.
It was
run out. It's like wow.
It was
Wow.
the greatest group, man. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you think, we were talking about this earlier? Do you think Scottie Pippen, his image is tarnished because of the little 1.8 second deal where he didn't get the ball?
No.
No way.
If it's tarnished, he wouldn't get his number retired today. So I think the fact that the people in Chicago are recognizing that the fact that they have one of the greatest players to ever step in a uniform for the Chicago Bulls with the greatest player ever, Michael Jordan. Are you kidding? They should embrace that and say, you know what, we love you. We're always going to love you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And what happened, and hopefully that you can come back and be a family.
So you look at that and you go, those were, pure fun.
That was just probably the most exciting time in my life. Seriously, those 3 years, and the people of Chicago, like I said, they're probably the best. Understanding people like me, and so they just embraced me and the team, and we just flew with it.
I love that. Dennis Rodman in studio. We just flew with the Dennis Rodman. Just amazing. You'll see that if you watch the series The Last Dance. The other thing we talked about here was that Phil Jackson used to do a show with us, Buzz and I, every week during the Bulls run. So we were right in the thick of it, right there in the middle of it. And he was always delightful. Phil Jackson. Now, are you telling me in the heyday of streaking, you didn't streak one time, Phil Jackson? And if you can recall, we talked about everything except basketball.
Except basketball.
Never really talked about basketball, and I don't think Phil cared one way or the other. He just didn't. Now, are you telling me in the heyday of streaking, you didn't streak one time, Phil Jackson?
Streaking was just a few years past my prime.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right, because in high school, 74 was when that song came out. I was a senior, and that's when we would go streaking all over the place.
You didn't do it once,
No,
though. Yeah.
unfortunately. But, I have a lake out in Montana, and it's pretty nice to go out
Sure.
skinny dip once in a while. There's no doubt about it.
Nah, you're talking. You get out there and dangle. I mean, that's the way to go. You get in that nice cold.
Well, I don't even have that much information, right?
You get out there, and you just enjoy the beautiful Montana water.
That's right. Just get out there and enjoy it. Let her dangle. Yeah, let her dangle. Phil Jackson going, I don't need to know that. What do I let her dangle? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I would highly, highly recommend you check out The Last Dance. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, let's go. Let me give him a proper introduction, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Wilbon, one of the nation's most respected sports journalists and an industry pioneer. I'm reading this, by the way. One of the first.
Don't read that stuff. Forget about that. I'm going to hang up if you read that. Don't forget that.
Co-host ESPN. Pardon the interruption. Follow him on Twitter.
That's it. That's all you need.
Follow him on Twitter and Instagram at Real Mike Wilbon. Yeah. Got a great article, man, on the undefeated.com site. Last Dance reveals Michael Jordan you've never seen before. And the first question I would think, as I'm watching this, and I got to tell you, I was so riveted by this documentary, at least the first 2 episodes, is how in the hell are we just now seeing this?
Michael could have given the green light on this at any time in the past 20-some years. And there were a lot of people that wanted him to and asked him to periodically. And he always said no. Just like he said no, there were plenty of times where there were single anecdotes. There's a whole lot of stuff I look forward to seeing because I didn't know. But there's some of it that I did know in real time, and I would say to Michael, let me put this on the record. And he's like, no. And like what would happen after a practice in which he jumped on somebody during a playoff series and they had an off day and you could hear the screams coming out of the practice gym.
Yeah.
And getting on people. And I would say people shouldn't. And he said no. And the reason was always the same. People aren't going to understand. They're not going to know how to take this. They're not going to get why I'm doing this. I'm not just doing this to be some mean SOB. I'm doing this to get these guys ready, not for Detroit or the Knicks or whoever they were playing. And no, I'm not. I'm not going to go on the record with this stuff. And so finally, this director who did a brilliant job, when he approached him, his whole reasoning was very simple. When Michael said, I don't want to, people aren't going to understand. And his answer was, okay, make them understand.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
you are Michael Jordan. You can make them understand.
Yeah.
And that's what this is largely about.
That is such a great thing because when I'm watching it, I'm going, you talk about people wouldn't understand. Now, he's saying that back then to you, Michael. He's saying that to you back then.
In real time. He said that
time.
to me in real time in the 1980s and 90s.
Oh, okay.
You know, there were a lot of times, a lot of off-the-record stuff.
Okay.
That he might have let you be privy to. It meant you were privy to understand who he was, who that team was. It didn't mean that you could put it on the record.
But Michael, then, okay, now, that time, he's saying, no, they wouldn't get it. If I'm yelling at a teammate or pushing somebody too hard, they're going to think I'm arrogant. Now imagine in this coddled society we live in today, can you imagine what they would say? I was going like this, boo-hoo. Michael Jordan yelled at his teammates. Guess what? They won 6 championships. Michael Jordan wanted to win. I mean, I wonder what kids today think about when they see Michael Jordan.
Well,
think about this.
I know what one of them thinks because I got a 12-year-old who plays point guard for his 6th grade basketball team. And what he cares about more than anything in life is basketball. He's a Bulls fan.
Wow.
And
There's a bird.
His eyes just got so wide when he saw the scene in Berto, I guess it was in Berto, where Michael got on whoever he got on. I guess Scott Burrell, Harper. He got on the whole team that day. And he was like, Dad, does yelling at his teammates, could that really help? And he doesn't know Michael, but he knows the Michael he sees on YouTube clips and on clips and what he hears me talk about. Yeah. And he sees this and it was priceless. And I said, does it help? Yes, it helped. They won 6 times. They won every year.
But wait a minute.
Every time he was out there, they won. That justifies the means. The ends justify the means.
But Michael, your son, that he looked at you and said, Dad, you're watching the documentary together, The Last Dance together.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Absolutely,
awesome.
sure.
That's awesome. And he sees you. You're in the documentary. He sees you. Does he, hey, Dad, look, there you are right there in the documentary.
No, he didn't care about it. He didn't care about
Yeah.
that. It's probably an embarrassment
No,
to him at 12 years old.
Well, the thing is, though, he looked at you and went, Dad, he's yelling at Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan is yelling at his teammates. That's
Yeah.
wow.
Why does that help is what he
Yeah.
And see, Michael anticipated this. Michael anticipated all of that. He's anticipated it for 35 years.
Yeah.
And so he even said to me recently, "You've got to tell me what your son thinks. Tell me what I want to know." He wants to know because that's a large part of why. When Jason said, "Okay, you can," then you tell people why.
Yeah,
I'm sure Michael still has some skepticism because he knows he and I talked about this recently. We got 2 generations now of everybody gets the orange slice and a trophy, and that's not the world he grew up in or played basketball in.
Michael Jordan, we all thought, yeah, he's the greatest. Look at it. But when I saw that stuff flying past me like that, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I just couldn't believe it.
I can believe it so far. I mean, the first 2 episodes set up what's coming. And again, I've not watched it. Yes, I have the advanced copy. I could have watched it. I could still do it. I'm not going to do it. I want to see it. I want to watch it. It was meant to be consumed. And I know there's stuff coming that I'm going to have that reaction to. I had that reaction twice in the first couple of episodes. One, where Phil Jackson reveals that Jerry Krause told him, "You can go 82-0 and you're not coming back."
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That's a staggering encounter and confrontation. And then when Michael talks about walking into a room of players in the early to mid 80s, and there's just like a drug party going on.
Yep.
And how he was just going to get the hell out of there and didn't want to be part of it. We already knew that was the NBA largely. And it turns out, I mean, baseball had serious issues. The culture had a serious issue. It wasn't just confined to any particular sport or league.
Yeah.
But Michael, gave voice to what he saw when he walked in there. And that was like, wow.
Like the
And so,
cocaine.
there were those moments that cocaine circus. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were. I had a couple of those moments, and I'm sure I'll be having more of them, particularly as it pertains to Rodman coming up.
Yeah, see, I wanted to ask you about that, but let's go back to for a second, if we could, Michael Wilbon, the Jerry Krause. Now, for some reason I didn't realize, but he's the villain in this movie. It seems every movie has one. When you see that he would allow Michael Jordan to play for only 7 minutes, we know that he was injured. We got it. 13 seconds left, and they sit him down so they could maybe get a better draft choice or whatever. That was the crazy. I was going, okay, nuts.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't nearly. I mean, not in the playoff game, but regular season game. But he was limiting the minutes, and I understand the fear. That's having respect also for the franchise player. I just like I understand Michael's frustration with that because he had played these pickup games and sort of knew himself.
Yeah.
But suppose he had, like Jerry Reinsdorf said, suppose he had a foot injury and we never even have this discussion because there's no last dance, because there's no first dance. I get that conflict. I get that. It's having a team that you helped put together with your brilliant moves, like acquiring Scottie Pippen from Seattle in a draft day trade, like understanding you could trade Charles Oakley because you had Horace Grant who needed playing time and you were going to acquire Bill Cartwright, like getting Dennis Rodman when he was the most hated person in Chicago after Horace Grant had gone to Orlando. Like, getting Steve Kerr to essentially replace John Paxson. Look, Jerry Krause he was great at what he did.
Yeah. And
then pride and ego got the best of him. And he, you hate to talk about him this way very much in the past tense because he's not here anymore.
Yeah, he's dead, right?
He's not here to defend himself. But Jerry Krause was the villain. And he owned it to some degree because he had to. I mean, why are you trying to replace Phil Jackson with Tim Floyd? That's just not just ego. That's just stupid. It's not advisable.
It was so
weird. There was nothing smart about that at all.
That's what I'm saying. There's ego. There's stupidity. There's pride. I don't know what was going on in there, but you're right.
All of it.
The way he talked, the way he treated Scottie Pippen. Now we got that broad deal, 122nd highest paid player in the league, 122nd in 1998, and the way he handled Scottie and the way he handled Phil Jackson, as you just mentioned, Michael, was like, well, wait, what's wrong here? And maybe it
yeah,
is.
but we knew that in real time. I mean, that was known in real time. I mean, it was that Bulls team was covered in such a way. Yeah, we knew Krause had turned into a villain. I mean, he turned into a heel.
Yeah.
He was like a wrestling heel. You wanted to boo him when he walked in, and you knew that Michael and Scotty would say things about him, and you knew Phil was infuriated by him. Yeah, we knew that in real time. If you were covering the NBA and you were around the Bulls, and other people out of town, other market people did not know that necessarily because Krause wasn't on their radar. But he's on it now, and I know he's getting hit for it 20 years later, and people can say that's unseemly.
Yeah.
The guy is dead. Let him go. Well, you can't tell this story honestly without Krause's accurate role. And as long as it's accurate, I don't really have that big an issue with it, and it is accurate. The portrayal of Jerry Krause is accurate.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines is
Jerry Krause, the Bulls general manager, says, quote, "Organizations win titles, not players," end quote. Funny thing, I've never seen him post up and hit a short jump shot.
That's one of my favorite lines in it. It's like, yeah. And by the way, when they stand next to each other, it's like, wow, he is small. I didn't realize. And then Jordan was always dogging him.
Yeah, I mean, the Krause, everybody knew. Look, they knew going into season 5 that he had these designs on reshaping the team, and you see that famous clip of Michael sitting at a microphone after a game at some point, I guess it was in the finals, talking about, rebuilding and how rebuilding guarantees nothing. He said the Cubs have been rebuilding for 42 years. They got a great laugh. I think the Cubs have been rebuilding at that point for 52 years.
That's right.
45 to 97, 98.
Yeah.
Is what Michael was referring to, that last championship, the last time the Cubs had played in the World Series. And not only that, they would go for another 30 years. The Cubs would. So Michael was right about that.
What about Dennis Rodman? Because we haven't seen this yet. That's coming up in the next episodes on The Last Dance.
Rodman had to be dealt with by Phil and Michael. I mean, Jerry Krause wasn't going. Rodman wasn't going to listen to Jerry Krause, and so Phil and Michael had to do that, and the team had to deal with Dennis. And like I said, I can't wait to see how that. I know a couple of those stories, but there's far more about Rodman I'm sure I don't know. And I'm just excited to see how they managed to keep him sort of just corralled and moving in the right direction, because that was not a foregone conclusion that Rodman was going to do that when he joined the Bulls before the 1996 season, so in the late summer of 1995.
Do you think that Jordan, to me, I'm watching that team go down and with Rodman and Pippen and Jordan, and I'm thinking, I'll bet you Jordan really liked Rodman only because that guy worked his ass off when he got out there. You could see it, man. He was re-jumping and rebounding and doing it. Do you think that was the case?
He also thought that Rodman was one of the smartest players he'd ever been around.
Really?
I mean, Rodman got stuff. He understood concepts, and part of the reason that what they did could continue on the way it continued at the highest level was that Rodman was an eccentric, but he wasn't stupid. I mean, he's not, and he's a basketball. He's just he has a tremendous basketball IQ, and so between that and the ability to just have a motor that the motor never shut off.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodman would disappear, as we're going to find out, for a couple of days, but they knew they didn't know they were going to get him back. They did not know where that was going when he goes on his little vacation.
Yeah.
And that story, I'm not going to spoil it. That story is a great story.
Buzz, did you see this documentary or not?
I haven't seen it.
I remember.
Wait a minute, let's go back. Buzz, you haven't seen it. What were you doing on Sunday?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I was going to say, Michael, don't ask him. It's not worth it.
I mean, if you did, not only that, what were you doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now Thursday? Because it's on nonstop like a loop.
Can't miss it.
It ain't hard to find. You must not want to see it. This must speak to
I do.
something against Jordan, because it's on like right now.
Go watch it right now. You get it. Watch it right now.
Let me just say this. I'm not a basketball fan per se, because I've only seen one basketball game, professional basketball game in my life, and that featured Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen. So I saw them play.
Okay, wait a minute, though. Okay, this is not about a basketball game. This documentary is not about a basketball game. It's unbelievable. It's like the greatest. It's just, you're just in it. And plus, we lived here. We lived through it. We saw it happen.
He remains what he long has been, someone who'd have to move up several notches in order to qualify as a fool.
I remember that. Yeah.
I do remember.
I don't know why he said that, how he said that. Must have been one of the wedding dress things or whatever it was. It must have been that. But I don't, Michael, I don't know why he said it. I have the slightest idea, but he did say it. But
and of course, Bob was talking about away from basketball. And of course, he did all these things. Yeah, but that was not in the I know this. That was not in the context of basketball.
What was your favorite moment in that particular first 2 episodes that you went, that was great?
I only had a couple. The ones that I mentioned with Jordan walking into the cocaine circus and observing it, and Phil. But more than that, Phil Jackson revealing that Jerry Krause had told him, "If you go 82-0, you're still not coming back."
Yeah,
that's stunning.
Yeah, I did. I liked.
What was the essential? What was the deciding influence there with those two not liking each other?
There was no deciding influence. It had just gone on. It had just gone on for a while. And Krause is the one who gave Phil Jackson his first job as a head coach.
That's just
in the NBA.
It's art. You know,
it just look, animosity develops in the sports all the time. People who are, tight fall out. This is a essential theme, and not just sports, but in anything.
Yeah.
And all kinds of partnerships. And that one just eroded over time. And Phil, I know, was one of the believers that after 7 or 8 years, your voice begins to wear thin with a group, with a team.
Yeah.
And Krause might have heard that and said, "Yeah, let me go get Tim Floyd."
Let me get Tim Floyd. He seemed to me not as of all the he worked with Michael Jordan, worked with Bobby Knight, and he was tough himself, as we talked about. He wants to win. You got to win. I don't care if I'm pushing you. Phil seemed calmer than all that. He seemed. How do you describe Phil Jackson as a head coach? How he was zen, quieter, or did you see a tougher side?
You did. That was all the stuff that you saw. We all saw.
That was it.
And that's who he was. He was a basketball lifer. Phil, people forget. Yeah, he has the how many rings does he have? 6 and 5. So he has his 11 championship rings as a coach. He also has 2 as a player. He played with some Knicks teams that had their own different kinds of drama with Walt Frazier and Willis Reed, the captain, and Bill Bradley and Jerry Lucas. He played on maybe the NBA's most famous team before Michael Jordan and the three-peat Bulls. He played on a great team with a phenomenal ensemble, and he took so much of that and what he believed from Red Holzman, his mentor and coach with the Knicks. And he was he's a complex, layered. I mean, he had a million different layers and a million different elements to him, and that's what made it. Phil Jackson, to me, is the most fascinating guy out there in the NBA head coaching ranks, he and Pat Riley. And the fact that they could sort of go up against each other was tremendous.
In your article, theundefeated.com, The Last Dance reveals Michael Jordan you've never seen before. You mentioned that. With all the guys tweeting and posting and social media jacking around, talking, Jordan just stayed quiet. He didn't do anything. So I didn't know really what kind of a guy he was. But you know how you can always tell a guy's personality, what their backbone is, when their mother's brought into it. That's when you know. When his mom was on that documentary reading the letter that Michael Jordan wrote to her.
That was great. That was a great
How
moment.
has life been treating you? Fine, I hope. I am doing just fine. I am sending you my account number so that you can deposit some money in my account. I have only $20 left. Tell everyone I said hello and smile. God and I love you. Love, Michael. P.S. Sorry about the phone bill. Please also send me some stamps.
That's great.
Is that not a college student?
That was great.
Isn't that great. Michael's asking.
That's another one where my son says, Dad, why would he need stamps? I'm like, because you wrote letters, dude, postcards. It's like.
Oh, man, I think it's great you're watching this with your kid. That's fantastic. But, yeah, that's when I felt there's the heart, So, oh, wow. And you could see Michael. He's like, oh, that's my beautiful mother. Oh, look at, Mom, send me some stamps. I don't have any
stamps. That was terrific.
I'm sure he took care of her. There's no doubt about that. And by the way, it's been that documentary that now we're seeing and will continue to see on ESPN. It sat in the vault for 20 years. I was also supposed to be talking to the director today, but they told me that he's still editing. Still editing?
Yeah, the last two parts.
What?
The last two parts. Nobody, anybody who says I've seen the whole thing is lying. You can see parts 1 through 8, 9, and 10. He's still working on. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, that is fantastic. The other thing I saw in there that was weird was Common, the great rapper Common out of Chicago was
being a ball boy. How great was that?
Yeah, and then Michael, Common's a ball boy, and then Michael, he comes into the room and he gives Michael a ball. He says, "Listen, I got to get this signed by a kid." Michael Jordan says, "You sign it, right?" And then Common misspells the word Michael, and the kid gives Common the ball back.
Great. There's so many great stories. There's so many great stories, and that's that's as being in the storytelling business is something that is obviously that motivates me every day. So when I hear some of these things, that's why it's so entertaining, and I can't wait to see 3 and 4. But so I'm interested in this going forward, and it's just interesting that it's got this captive audience. And you mentioned the rating is going to be higher. We figure on Sunday than it was last Sunday, and higher on the third Sunday than the first Sunday.
I hear some stuff coming up like gambling rumors. I love the Pistons talk, man. They hated the Pistons.
He's going to address everything. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch.
So we know what people are going to take away from this, whether they like basketball or don't like basketball. NBA players, I love this line from Michael Wilbon. Michael, tell me if I'm reading it correctly. NBA players will discover if they stop tweeting, posting, and staring at their handheld devices that they cannot move like Jordan did. They'll never win as many titles as he did. He's the greatest talent to ever play any team sport in the history of the world. That's what you said.
You got it. I might have gone a little overboard there, but I don't think so. I did that to push some buttons, that last one. But they can't play like him. And that's to me, they can be delusional. They can not admit what they're seeing. But if they look at it, if they think they can, he does stuff now that he did stuff then that 20 years later, players still aren't doing. I don't mean shooting threes. I mean the movement, and lead like him. They can't lead like that. And maybe they couldn't get away with it. The times won't even allow for it. But, there's nothing they're going to do like Jordan.
It was just fascinating. And one more thing. A lot of people go, well, how will Michael Jordan be viewed after seeing this whole documentary play out called The Last Dance? And you had the greatest line. He's Michael Jordan. What the hell does he have to worry about?
Well, thank you. But he doesn't believe that. He believes that I've said that to him. Why do you care?
Right.
Why do you just do, and he does. He when he said he doesn't want people seeing him, he wants people to at least understand the motivation for why he did what he did. Yeah. And they're getting that. They're going to get 10 hours of that.
Yeah.
And then if they believe what they believe after that, that's on them.
That's on them. That's on them.
Yeah.
That's on. I mean, by the way, I know what he did. He won 6 championships, and he gave us and he gave 100% every time he hit the court.
Night.
That's all you could ask.
Night.
Michael Wilbon, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your quarantine in Scottsdale, Arizona. Look forward to seeing you on Pardon the Interruption. You're the best. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I wonder if Michael knew Phil Jackson's radio name. Buzz, do you remember Phil Jackson's radio name? Brandmeier Archive Trivia. You sure you don't? I'm going to let you think about it. Phil Jackson had a radio name. You ready?
Yeah.
You don't have it? You want to play? You want to guess?
No, I have no idea.
All right.
No idea.
Okay.
Phil, you got some nice pipe. You could be on the radio.
Do you hear that?
Sure do.
Listen to that,
I was on Coyote on the Air when I was a high school guy out there in the radio show.
Yeah, what was the name of your show, Phil?
Coyote on the Air.
Wait, what was it?
Coyote.
Coyote?
Right.
Coyote on the Air.
You got the Coyote on the Air.
What was the name of the show? What station was it on?
KEYZ in Williston, North Dakota.
Williston, North Dakota, you got the coyote. Oh,
Did you do that? Did you also howl?
Yep, had a howler.
You did a little howling, huh?
That was our mascot, the Williston Coyotes.
He even howled. You know, when we were doing that, talking to him every week, it never seemed to me like it was a big deal. You know,
Well, that's him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's just a casual conversation.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Where's Dennis? Let me get it. I'll grab it. Let me grab Dennis Rodman. So do you remember the story I told you? I don't know if you were around when I told you I was in Rome. And
I don't remember you being in Rome.
Yeah, I was in Rome. I've been in Italy a couple of times. Hold on a second. And I come out of this is me talking to Dennis Rodman about it.
12 midnight. This is no lie. Tell me if I know it's you. And I'm at a restaurant called Il Tonello. And you and two guys running behind you. You're running in Rome. You were jogging.
Yeah.
You were working out.
Yeah, I was working out. I was coming the hotel right across from the Vatican, and we just started. We ran to the gym and stuff like that. We ran up and down,
It was you.
It was me.
It was midnight. I swear. Beginning from Chicago. This is the weirdest thing. Now I have confirmation.
Right.
We come out of this restaurant. These two guys jogging. I said, that was guys jogging. And then you run by. Somebody goes, "Hey, Rodman," and you go, "How you doing?" And you just kept jogging.
Yeah.
I go, Dennis Rodman's running in the streets of Rome at 12 midnight. The weirdest thing I ever saw.
Yep, that was me.
There it is. That was so weird coming out there, you know. Hey, Rodman. And he goes, "Yeah, how's it going?" There he was running. Oh, man, the last dance. Now, the NBA Entertainment Division said if we let the Bulls and Michael Jordan be broken up and retire without shooting a year in the life of this team, in this franchise, with this player, Michael Jordan, we will never regret it for historical purposes. So they wanted to get it in the can, whatever they captured, never saw the light of day until now. So Sunday, it continues, episode number 3. This is my favorite part from episode 1.
I am Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I am the greatest basketball player in the damn world. I can do whatever the hell I want. Now, get out of my face.
Remember, he seemed to, over the years, his voice seemed to have changed. But to me, in episode 1, wait a minute, let me hear. What the hell was that?
Now I'm going to play baseball, and you can most definitely, positively kiss my black ass.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I didn't stop. The first one did sound like him, but that's definitely Michael Jordan. All right. Thanks for listening.
This is Bob Costas. Jonathan Brandmeier is a man who'd have to move up several notches in order to qualify as a fool.
Now I'm going to play baseball, and you can most definitely, positively kiss my black ass.
That'll do it for this edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. Listen to Johnny B streaming and get Showcast episodes on demand at BrandmeierShow.com. You can also get Brandmeier on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and just about anywhere podcasts can be found. Be sure to subscribe, and if you like what you hear, leave a 5-star review. Follow us for news, updates, links to the latest episodes, and more at BrandmeierShow.com and Facebook.com/Brandmeier Show. Leave Johnny B a voicemail at 833-LOON-LINE. That's 833-566-6546. The Loon Line's open 24 hours a day for entertaining, not complaining. I'm Jimmy Mack. Hey, if you're into Star Wars, check out my show, Rebel Force Radio, featuring Star Wars news, commentary, and celebrity interviews at rebelforceradio.com. Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. In the air, everywhere. Kalik.